Most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work. You need somebody?
When I need proof, I pray that I find the truth. Feel like it's pulling my tooth, and what's done in the dark slowly letting me loose. My love right by my side, she know I ain't got no coof. Picture me, tossing in my sleep. I'm fighting demons alone, she hugging me, screaming we. Picture somebody bringing life to your life. Got the plug, told Virgil, right wife on my wife. Nick it easy.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Back with my brothers today. I'm using brothers today. Got another special episode this week. What's up?
No, he didn't care about that.
He didn't care. Because was it 3 weeks ago?
Like a month ago, bro. Like, let it go.
I'm beat petty.
You don't want to do that.
I mean, we have been still being petty,
Bro,
but
I've been petty all 33 years I've been on Earth.
I mean, petty. That's why we're brothers.
Remember the Joe and the Buzz rapping? I be massaging.
He be on a padeli, he be petty.
Got a special episode this week. We have... What's the generation called again?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. We have some... Is it Gen Zers? That's cool.
Gen Zers? What are they, sixers now?
I mean...
No, it's just
Gen Z. Okay, we got some Gen Z. We have some Gen Z guests today to talk about some things that we can try to figure out to bridge the gap, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay. But before we get into that, Aunt, how was your week, sir?
My week was actually good. It's actually good.
Okay.
How was your week, Steph?
So you want to get into it?
Hold on. Let's go around before we get into that.
Gotcha. Rome, how was your week?
My week was good, man. I ain't got no complaints.
Arie, how was your week? You trash, yo. You trash.
Thank you. No, she said her name was Big Dog, so that's the only thing I remember. I remember everybody else.
Big Dog, how was your week?
my weekend was lovely.
You gotta sit up, my dear.
Okay.
All that cool shit ain't gonna...
She took the glasses off and everything. She's serious. She mean business.
How was your week, Arie?
My weekend was lovely.
Did you work this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wait, this weekend as in the week or the weekend?
The week.
Oh, yeah, I did.
The week and the weekend.
I worked during the week.
Oh, alright. So I didn't know you was working during the week now.
I was working during the week.
Oh, your checks be looking. Alright, let me go $5.
My checks is based on how many days I work. That ain't hard.
So I can get $5. Nallè, how was your week?
It was good.
I remember that one.
I prefer not.
Did she tell you that, bro? You hard.
Yeah, she did. See, you and it.
Oh, well,
It was good.
You said the same thing too.
She told you, not him.
Oh, okay, well, excuse me.
I get a pass.
Okay.
You know, she called me Uncle Android. Because when she first met me, I had an Android.
No, he had an iPhone, then got an Android.
Yeah,
then
tell
got
the
an
story.
iPhone.
Yeah,
I
tell the
did,
story
yeah.
right.
I remember when I told you I had the iPhone for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes. He went to breakfast, he had an iPhone. I told him the next day. He texted me like, yo, bro. I said, wait a minute, it's green.
I don't see the issue.
I don't want
So
to
I
talk to
couldn't
you.
do it. I couldn't do
And
it.
another thing, when you text an Android, it don't say delivered. I don't like that because I'm gonna know the message went through.
Gabby,
So-
how was your week? I ain't got time for this.
So just new thing. So Android has it now, but it's only Android to Android like iPhone is with.
Yeah, that's not new to Android.
No, that mean he's a droid.
I had that with my old Android in like 2016.
First of all, don't let Android just because it's Android, right? We got some. I'm a Samsung user first and foremost.
Yeah, if I ever switch back, it's definitely Samsung. It's not Android.
Yeah, it's
definitely
Samsung.
Samsung.
Or Google.
And it's the top of the line Samsung
Yeah.
if I ever go back. So
Yeah, or Google.
yeah.
Google Pixels.
Nallè, how was your week?
My week was good.
That's what's up. Gabby, how was your week?
My week was busy, but it was good.
How old is everybody?
I'm 14. I'm going to 9th.
Okay. So, and you are
14 going to 9th. I'm 16 going to 11.
damn, you going to 11th?
Yeah.
You going on your prom?
Of course.
I ain't ready for that. Hello, sir.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Sure. This is a microphone. You gotta talk into it. TY, how was your week?
Good.
How old are you?
12.
What grade you going to?
7.
You want to tell the people how you think you about to dunk on me?
Definitely going to dunk
I'm
on
definitely going to dunk on him.
He got 5
Now,
years.
now you want talking to the mic? It took that from
He got
talking to the
5
mic.
years to dunk on his dad.
$400 if you dunk on his back.
$400. $400.
Where the extra money coming from?
You better off waiting for me to give you $400. You think you want to get into it because y'all piping him up
Bro,
way too much.
he's gonna
don't do it,
Vince
I'm
Carter
gonna do it.
Alonzo more than you, bro.
You gonna do what? You
Dunk
are
on me.
athletic. I might be scared of that one. Because you got some length on you too.
He gonna get a growth spurt, bro.
He just had a growth spurt.
He'll have
He's gonna get
another
another
one.
one.
All right, well,
He's going to the 7th grade.
That's it. He's only
let's
going
see
to
what
the
this
7th grade.
body shot do when he in the sky flying.
You
See
can't
the
give him a
bro-
body shot, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a basketball play.
It's much. No, it's not.
Flagrant too.
They ain't tell that to Dennis Robin. Steph, you want to get into it, man?
Hold that thought. 500 if you 2-hand dunk on him.
I feel like
know
a
that.
tomahawk is better.
No, but it's easier to dunk with 1 hand than it is with 2.
Yeah, it
If you
is.
2-hand dunk on him, 500.
But that means he got to jump.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
I mean, he got to work on his legs. He don't work out now.
I do? Oh my God.
He's gonna dunk on you, bro. Just embrace it.
Embrace it.
Follow the buzzards.
Y'all are crazy.
All right, so to answer your question,
Ain't nothing on your damn shirt, man.
it is some things, man. Anyway, to answer your question, the beginning of my week, it was rough. The whole situation was rough. Long story short, it's not going to be short. I went to go see my father, as I stated 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely did go see him. As I stated to y'all, something was telling me not to go. Like, something was preventing me. I was just chilling in the house. I was like, man, I feel too comfortable right now. And I was like, I'm going to just chill and stay in the crib.
That's the devil.
But I was like, no, let me go ahead. I got there. He need help. Like, seriously, like, he needs help. What I mean by that is, what is your reaction if you haven't seen somebody in years? Like, what do you think your reaction would be?
Oh,
Depends on the
that
person.
stature, like a family member.
Yeah, your son that you haven't seen in years.
So if it was my son and I haven't seen in years, and then I see him in that type of state, I would be hurt.
No. Like, so, like, I'm. Let me rephrase that. If you're him and you see me that you haven't seen me in years, how do you think your reaction would be?
I ain't feeling no more pain.
I don't think you recognize me. I literally think my father has dementia. Like, what I say.
It makes sense. I remember
That
we
was the
talked
first
about that
question I asked you.
when you said
Yeah.
UT went up
So
there.
when I seen him, he was just like, "Oh, hey." And I was like, "Okay." That was a red flag.
Mhm.
So then he was talking. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm 52 years old." Another red flag.
How old is he?
I didn't know. So, but the reason why I knew he wasn't 52, he's 5+ years older than my mom.
Gotcha.
So that was a red flag for me. I said to myself, damn, something ain't right. So sat there, talked to him, and at first I wasn't going to say what I wanted to say. But something in me said, if you don't say what you want to say, what you want to say or what you came up here to say, you're never going to be able to let this lie. You're never going to be able to rest.
Mhm.
I told him, I said, listen, everything that happened between me and you, in the past, I gotta let that shit go. Not only for myself, but for you. Why I say that I need to let this go for you? Because you need help. You can tell that he needs help. You can tell that he needed somebody to not necessarily pick up the pieces, but help him the basic care of a human.
Mm-hmm.
I explained to him, remember that call that I got? I said, yo, when we thought your brother passed away, Terrence called me and told me that he thought it was you.
Was he coherent Like, was he listening?
Yeah, he was listening.
Like looking at you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And when he told me that it was you, I said I didn't feel anything. I said that's inhumane for me. I said I didn't like feeling that way. And I didn't think it was, it wasn't a human thing, to be honest. If somebody that you know dies and pass away, you should feel something.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of empathy, some type of, sympathy, something. And I said I didn't feel that way, and I didn't like that feeling. So I did all that, and because as I was talking to him, I felt that pressure, I felt that stress, I felt that pent up rage go away.
Releasing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because of the fact that I'm ready to move on, but he needed help. Like, he's in a bad state.
He's in a nursing home, right?
Yeah, the nursing home, and this is the crazy part. The nursing home, they about to get shut down. So I went and asked the person, hey, when are y'all getting shut down? Where is he moving to? When is he getting moved? The lady's like, oh, I don't know. You got to talk to a social worker. I said, okay. Can I speak to a social worker? She said she called the social worker. She said she'll be up here soon. I said, okay, cool. I stayed for the extra 45 minutes. No social worker. Went back up to the desk to ask what's going on. Nobody was there. I went back to his room, stayed an extra 20 minutes. Still no social worker. I went back up to the desk. The nurses was playing on their phone. I literally stood there for 5 minutes. Nobody acknowledged me. So I was like, damn, this is crazy. This is the shit that he has to go through.
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck in a bed. No one's helping him with his physical therapy. I need to get him some help. All the shit that me and him went through is out the window because basic human rights is that this man needs help.
Yeah.
So
I think that's big of you. Like, not only to do it, but to like openly admit it. And even with you openly admitting it is like, you was able to put away like your anger and your frustration to the side. And regardless if, it was your dad or not, I feel like you would have done that. But I think it means more because we had a podcast when you talked about your dad and how you felt. So I think I'm proud of you. If nothing else, I'm proud of you for taking that step. I think that's your growth and maturity.
Yeah, so I actually am in the process. I talked to my mom. She used to work in nursing homes. So she gave me like the chain of command of who I need to talk to get this man some help. Because it's basic human rights that, like I said, he can't move. Like when I mean by he can't move, he can't like get out of his chair or get out the bed and walk and stuff like that. And they're supposed to do physical therapy a couple times out the day, to like stretch his legs and shit like that. He said they don't do that. Now,
can he physically do these things?
No.
Like he can't physically do anything?
No. So
what does physical therapy look like then?
So physical therapy looks like you won't get like not bed sores and shit like that. Come in there, stretch out his legs, move him.
This is what they have to do.
Yeah,
right?
this is what. Yeah, this is the care that that should be going on.
So I believe, and I could be wrong, I know they got physical therapy, and then some nursing homes they have their restorative therapy.
Yeah.
So what the restorative therapist is supposed to do is make sure that you're using your limbs, using your joints. Like you said, definitely stretching you out. But it's like at some point, like if he had or has the mobility but just can't do it himself, they're supposed to get him a walker. Yeah. They can walk like a couple rooms down, a couple rooms back, like that type of stuff.
But yeah, he's been paralyzed from the waist down for years.
That's the strike. If he's paralyzed, I don't know. They probably just stretching him out.
But yeah,
he got having a walk.
Yeah, that it is. So it's basically just making sure that he's okay. Like if all the stories about bed sores and stuff like that,
yeah.
If you laying on your bed for X amount of days without them moving, that can be skin and all that other stuff.
Yeah, because you're laying in urine and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So my mom gave me the chain of command to talk to. I'm gonna call on Monday, start their process, so he can get some help. Because it would be the inhumane thing to go out there, see him struggle, see him not in the right state of mind, and just walk away.
You the oldest, right?
No, Terrence is. by Popular Rolling Stone. By what? 4 months? That's wild. Theirs was what? December 30th, 31st? I'm March 27th.
Gotcha.
He was out here. But no, that's how my week was. I appreciate y'all. I know we normally do this at the end, but I appreciate y'all for being there, the support system for me that this past week, because I definitely needed it.
Yes, sir, man.
All right, so let's get into it. First question. Big Dog, I'm coming to you first.
Big dog.
Hey, Big Dog.
Okay.
So, do you believe there's a disconnect between the younger and older generation? Now, how much older are we talking? Are we talking the millennials? Are we talking baby boomers?
I think we have a pretty good gap on us. Damn near 20 years. It's 20 years. So like that's a gap in itself. But if we want to talk about our parents, that's 40 years. Mm-hmm. So y'all could tap into both if y'all like. If y'all ain't ducking no smoke.
You know I don't care.
No.
Yeah, I know you don't care.
So, your generation, no. I feel like y'all are like our older siblings. Like y'all not parents to us. Y'all are older siblings. Y'all give us advice and stuff like that. Y'all help us get through what we need to get through. But our parents, absolutely, like that disconnect is crazy. It be times that I'm going back and forth, not back and forth, but like having discussions with my parents, and it's just stuff that they don't understand. Like they understand it because they older and they wiser than me, but like some stuff they not experiencing the same way I'm experiencing it, and they don't think the way I think about stuff. So it's just the disconnect is real apparent.
They think their version is law.
Can you give an example of the stuff that that they have a disconnect with? I mean, if you don't have it, it's fine. It's just
not right off the top of my head. No.
Okay.
If I come back to you, just blur it out. I got your back. Nah.
I feel like the age gap between millennial and Gen Z, it's not such a big difference, but like I know they have like their own way of looking at things. But
we
like,
are millennials, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What are
you keep thinking we not millennials?
No, I don't know what we are now.
We
Y'all are
are
millennials.
considered millennials.
Yes.
You a millennial?
Mine is too.
All right, my fault. So what are our parents?
baby boomers.
Oh,
I call them old
I don't-
and shit.
Her parents is not a baby boomer. Her parents is not a baby boomer.
So her parent is a
would be-
millennial.
Yeah, she's
That's
a millennial.
No, I'm talking about our
Y'all
parents.
can-
I thought you
Like
said
our.
this.
Well, your dad is a
Bruh.
what?
He's the beginning.
Papa was a
The
role
beginning.
where he laid his hat was his
Is my
home.
dad not a baby boomer? That's.
So I thought like
Let me look it
your
up.
dad
Somebody
was
look it
a
up.
baby
I'm about to. I
boomer.
got you.
Nallè.
Yeah.
My
So
job. My job here.
Gen Z, millennials.
Nothing
And-
else matters after that to me.
What's Generation X?
I think
I think that's like-
I think that actually might be.
I thought it was baby
that might
boomers
be
and
With
the
that hero on them.
No, that's
No.
dead.
No, that's like Alpha something.
Yeah.
So I think whatever.
They
So
name
I,
is
We
their
all
name
went
is
wrong.
very
I was
unique.
right. Dad is baby boomer. My mom, your moms will be Generation X.
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
We're
year is
millennials, Generation Y.
Wow, what? I don't like that.
Y2K?
It's like no.
Probably Y2K.
And then it's actually called Zoomers / Gen Z.
That's why they confused
Oh,
now.
that's why you said that. Is that why you said that?
Yeah, because like baby
Zers.
boomers. Yeah.
All right, Zoomers.
So y'all got it?
Zoomers. That's what we naming it. We naming this the Zoomers.
But I think
I don't vote for that.
the disconnect between Gen Z and millennials, like it's not that big of a difference, but y'all got like 20 years on it. So I know y'all have your own approach on certain situations. But baby boomers, they definitely think everything they say is right. They probably they'll try to negotiate with stuff, but like I feel like sometimes they think they right about everything. And it's like millennials, y'all didn't experience being teenagers the way we did. Neither did baby boomers. Everything was different when y'all was our age. Stuff is harder now. School is harder. We can't be in the streets how y'all used to be. I know when y'all used to be in the streets, it probably was safer, but like you don't know who carrying on them. Like certain things, certain
that's actually one of the questions
situations
I got down there.
Certain situations, everybody has a different approach on. I know Generation Z probably like naive now, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely like a big approach.
What about you, Gabby?
I don't think it's a disconnection from me and my mom. My mom is 20 years older than me. So it's like she might have like a different look on discipline because of how she was raised and how her parents disciplined her. But between me and my grandparents, it's definitely a big connection because, like Nallè said, they think everything they say is right because on how they were raised or what they were told.
You know, it's crazy. Our parents
Are their grandparents?
Are their grandparents, but the way they look at their grandparents is not the way we look at our grandparents.
But the funny thing is, like a lot of my friends, my parents are their grandparents' age. So my mom is 65. My dad is 65. Let's just say your mom. Well, I guess I can't say she's 40-something, 30-something. Probably not a good example.
My mom?
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't say that. Like, but a lot of people, because like I've been around a lot of people that's older than me. So like you figure they're in their 40s. Their parents are my parents' age. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's a little different. But I mean, I still get what you're saying. I definitely agree with everything they said about their grandparents.
TY, how you feel about that?
I think I think it's a disconnection because y'all were raised differently, like without technology, all of that kind of stuff. And
all right.
Sure, we had technology, bro.
We had a little bit.
We was the start of it.
We ain't had Wi-Fi, but
yes, we did.
Like
16,
12? 17.
Not when we was 12.
No, probably like 16.
It was still dial-up. We had Ethernet cords.
No, because I was
playing my
PlayStation.
You know what dial-up is?
No.
You was not playing PlayStation 1 on Wi-Fi.
No, I never had PS1. PS2?
All right, so PS2, yeah.
PS2,
but I'm talking
it
about
was on
like
Wi-Fi.
PS1.
PS2, PS3 was on Wi-Fi.
They don't know what dial-up is.
Oh.
So quick story. Before TY can finish. Dial-up is we had to take the phone cord.
I'm about to get real nostalgic and
at
find
the
it.
computer.
I was doing the same thing, bro.
And it would make this loud behind noise. And then when your parent, somebody pick up the phone,
It was called America Online.
Right? And then your mom would scream down the steps, "Get off the internet so I can use the phone." And then we had to get off the internet so they could use the phone.
Here we go. I found it.
Put it in the joint.
I got it. No? All right.
Yep. That's us connected to
Hold
the
it to the mic now, like that's what we had to do. We had to go through that.
And that was the only type of online it was. Like, it wasn't nothing else.
you couldn't turn it down or anything?
No.
It was not with that loud.
We had to sit at the computer like this and wait.
And then you see the little
The thing running?
yeah, the thing running.
Yep,
It was once
exactly.
you that's how you know you connected when it did that.
Yeah.
I know y'all was
So like,
And then when you get on the
This
joint,
loud.
when you log in,
What?
wait, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
like when
log
you
in-
couldn't even
Hold on.
sneak in the middle of the night and get on the
What
internet.
happens if somebody answers the phone though? Like, what happens when they pick the phone up?
You would hear that. You would still hear static.
It'd do the click thing. You couldn't connect.
No, so when your parent picked up the phone, yeah, that was
all
but
that,
when your
yeah.
parent
That was
picked up,
not called a DM.
when your
It
parent
wasn't
picked up the
DM,
phone,
yeah, none of that.
they would hear static. Like it just was.
Yeah.
When your parent picked it up, they would hear static, and then they'll yell at you, "Get off the internet so I can
Get
on
off
the phone."
my damn phone!
I used to get in trouble because I used to come home and not let my. First of all, we had landlines. Do y'all even know what landlines are? We had. Do my fellas still got landline?
It's in the living room.
Don't.
I be using it.
For what? So we had the.
I don't know how to work them Jones no
You
more.
heard what he said looking in the pod.
I was telling TY I still know
I used
the
to call
number.
my mom on their phone.
I know. I saw it in my mom's house number.
Yeah, I still
Yeah,
know
we
my. I
just
still
couldn't
know
say the
my
house
mom's
number.
house number.
That's what I don't know nobody's house number.
Yeah, but
I don't even know
I had
my
to
house
come
number.
home when I got home from school. I had to let my mom and dad. I had to call them and let them know that I'm home. but I didn't. I got on the internet, and that was like one of the ways I used to get in trouble.
But see,
So when they
her
call in,
landline
'cause at that
is
time-
connected to her TV. So when somebody calls that house phone, the number pop up on the
Yeah,
TV.
that's most likely because it's Comcast or something new.
So
That's
at
new.
that time, when they were calling, the line was picking up. The line was busy because you was online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even
So-
if you had a 2 or 3 way, it didn't matter. It was
Before
still-
we go ahead to the next question, fun fact.
We got 11 finish.
Oh yeah, we'd what was the question? Oh, phones did not have automatic 2-way lines. You had to pay for it extra.
I know my mom.
Damn sure was, yeah.
Back in the day, don't do that.
We did.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we didn't. They did.
Look at you acting like a zoomer.
I didn't know that because I just clicked. Back then they had the phone with the little.
With the button in the middle.
Yeah, but you had to pay for it.
Hello.
You had to pay for it.
I wasn't paying bills. My
Yeah.
mom was paying
Well, yeah.
That was like, you know, you had to pay for extra minutes, you had to pay for that. But our technology was different. What else? What else you feel like is a disconnect?
Like the phones, parents. Were parents different back then?
Definitely.
Bro,
Yeah,
our
I mean-
parents killed us before. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I
we
got-
died at least 3 times.
I got-
Yeah.
From the age of like
Like,
6
I
to
don't know if you
17.
remember, but you are 12 now.
He was dead at 12.
I was
Twice.
dead at 12.
My mom punched
But-
a hole in the wall. Almost broke my jaw.
Yeah, his mom punched
That
a hole in
story
the wall.
gets me
Yeah.
every time.
So I stopped beating you probably like 6 years ago. The reason why.
No, we beat
It's
ass.
being real. Like, yeah. Like the same way I got my ass whooped, I used to whoop your ass. Like the time you took that bullet to school,
Oh shoot!
I whooped your ass.
Didn't he deserve it though?
Huh? What? I mean,
The pilot heard that already.
I'm your dad. Like, what the fuck? What they gonna do to you? They gotta do something to me first.
They gonna beat your ass.
Just call me. Just come to the jail, see me.
Yo, you wanna know something funny?
Oh shit.
I only got one good beating when I was like 6, and I never got
The
beaten
way
after
me and
that.
Asia grew up, Arie ain't see. She ain't see a quarter.
You only got
of
one
that.
beating.
I got one beating. I learned my lesson for the rest of my life.
Wow.
What did you
Yeah,
do?
but she didn't
I
have
didn't punch
to.
somebody back.
You did it?
I didn't punch somebody back.
You got
You
beat
might
for
have
that?
deserved it.
Yeah,
You gotta be for not defending yourself.
yeah.
I thought that was a myth.
crazy.
Yeah, I thought.
I used to.
I thought it was
But
true.
the way,
I thought it was a
way
myth.
Daddy is, I understand it.
All right.
Oh
I
man.
just thought they was just
Nah,
saying it.
I don't.
scared me.
That's not something to understand.
Oh shoot.
If,
No,
you
'cause
don't,
some-
if you don't hit them back, I'm chill. Like,
Yeah, but that it shouldn't have been like that.
Yeah,
like,
we always thought it was a
like,
That
threat.
baby was traumatized.
I
Like,
thought
dog,
it was
like
right.
if
That's why I
your
always
child
defend
don't want to
myself.
fight, then your child don't want to fight. Like that's what it really should be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, yo, go back out. Like I shouldn't have to have had to went back outside. Like what if I still got my ass whooped multiple times by him? At that point, I'm gonna go in the house and just whoop my ass because he gonna keep beating me up.
Yeah.
You only gonna beat me up once. He gonna beat me up every time I take my ass outside.
I mean, it worked. I never
That
lost a
happened to
fight
you?
after that.
Huh?
That happened to you?
So, but yeah, like beatings were, yeah, we changed them. I had to, cause I realized what it did to me, so I didn't want to do the same thing to you. So yeah, we definitely got our ass whooped, and I had to change that whole mentality when it came to you, especially like as you get older, cause I wanted to raise you a little different than how I was raised.
So let me ask you a question, Ant. Does alternate, what do they call it? Alternate parenting or alternative parenting?
Soft parenting? Is that what you're saying?
Because they just, it's parents who don't necessarily beat their kids. They give them a stern talking to and put them on punishment. As a parent, is that harder to do than just, what's the saying? Spoil the rod, spoil the child?
I don't know, cause I got
Spare the rod.
I got
Right.
my ass whooped and was on punishment.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you talking about.
So here's the thing. We can jump back to that. I had a conversation with Monty. She said she think that's cruel and unusual punishment. She said because you get beaten and then you get on punishment. Like one is enough. I was like, well, I got both. I got my ass whooped and my TV taken. So it's just like
You better no. You
Yeah,
better not turn that
everybody
TV
wasn't
off.
like, especially like I was about to say, well, maybe because she work at a daycare, but she also could have been raised that way as well.
yeah, she was raised. It's either or.
Yeah. So
Well, I
what was the
raised with
question?
both.
What was?
So the alternative parenting, where the parents, because you said you don't beat TY or hit TY or spank TY or whatever the case may be. So
He's 12. You can't spank a 12-year-old.
you can body him up like mom tried to do me.
That's what I was getting to.
But my question is though that since you don't spank him or whatever the case may be, right? It's more so conversation and stuff like that.
The last thing he did, I embarrassed him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what it was?
No. Do you?
Yeah.
That's what he's talking.
That's why you talking about it.
No. So you went on TikTok.
Oh no, Dad, please.
Tyler, wait.
He know what he did.
He went on TikTok and he was dancing to the Coochie Man song.
Oh.
And in the TikTok he had money and he was like, "Hello, who am I? I am the Coochie Man." So I seen it just to let you know. You stretching your shirt. Your family members ratted on you. Not gonna tell you who, but your family members.
I know who
ratted.
did it.
Oh. So I was like, all right, I ain't gonna beat him. I'm gonna embarrass him. So I went and got some ones, called him into the room, said, "Hey, I want you to do this TikTok with me." He was like, "Okay." I said, "Hello, how you doing? I am the Coochie Man." And he looked at me in like disbelief. And I started doing all the shit that he was doing in the...
Know what I was doing.
I wish I saved it. But, yeah, like, I embarrassed him. And it was just me and Shar in the room. And Shar was in there like... but he just started crying. And I was like, "No, come on, show me." And he was like he started doing it, but it was more of an embarrassment. Gotcha. So I figured, like, all right, like
that's a better lesson than actually putting his hands on.
Because like he know me, y'all know me. I'm goofy as shit. I don't. Man, look, he think I embarrassed him with just himself in the room. Just picture what I'm gonna do in front of other people, like your friends and stuff. If you do some more wild shit.
Gotcha.
So I just started. I just started taking different approaches to let him know, like, it really ain't that much of a difference. Like, I used to do this, like, it's crazy how the world worked. Like, when we were kids, we damn near did the same thing y'all did. Like, that's how crazy the world is.
Just for no internet.
That's all it was.
That's literally the only difference. We had no internet.
Like, so we did the same shit y'all did, and y'all kids are gonna do the same shit y'all did. We did the same thing. Our parents did the same thing we did.
They just didn't have internet.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like
they ain't do what we did, big fella. And I ain't do what my dad did. Nigga was drinking at 9. I ain't do that, big fella. He was robbing people at 10. I didn't do that, big fella.
Well, I mean, you may not have done that, but
it's still people in the world who it's still 9-10-year-olds out here who was robbing people.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like how the world works. Like that's just what it is. Like. Unfortunately, that is what it is. Like, whatever goes on in this generation is going to go on in this generation, just slightly different, and then it's going to trickle down to the next generation, and it's going to go on, so on and so forth. Weird, but that's just how. So when we say things like "been there, done that," I know what you're going to do. We probably say it the wrong way, or our parents probably say it the wrong way, making it feel like a disconnect. But that's probably part of the problem. We need to be a little more sensitive to how we say things. Once we do that, we can really bridge the gap. Because once you start saying that, like, let's just say he do something else and I embarrass him to the point where, like, it's too detrimental to him. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, he probably might sit back and be like, all right, my pop crossed the line. So that might give us even more of a gap. But I know how that gap feel. I came on the podcast to talk about how that gap feel. You know what I'm saying? So as time go on, I still got to be mindful of how I chastise them and how I raise them and how I discipline them and all that stuff. So
you know what you know what you do? Like when you feel like your dad embarrassed you?
He gonna tell you some wrong shit.
No, I'm gonna tell you what to do. What? You just let it ride and you keep it all pent up. When you dunk on it, it's gonna give you that added motivation to dunk on it like hard. And then when you come like you embarrassed me, nigga. Boom, and they just walk off.
Going and screaming in his ear, and one. shake your head.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm telling you right. I'm shaking it right now. I'm gonna eat that. I promise you, I eat that. Right?
Now, don't take
for
it too,
everything you used to do to me.
Listen, now don't take it too far. Like, everyone dickhead.
Ass nigga. Man, I raise you. I will knock your ass out.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna give you your bread, but you might not have no teeth. I don't know.
The furthest you probably could do is one fat boy. That's probably the only thing you could do. Anything outside of fat boy, you might get your ass whipped. Let you know that.
Nah, fat boy.
Hey, you're not gonna. Yo, wait, hold up, though. Can you imagine, yo?
That's why I said it, because I can imagine it.
You read the tabloids, right? Son dunks on dad, calls him a name. Dad whoops his ass. How does that make sense? Nah. That's funny.
What y'all talking about, like the ass whooping part? If I can remember, it's either 3. I know it's 2 for sure. I'm gonna give you something to cry about. It's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
Which is the big. I hate that line.
I didn't hear
I said that 6 years ago.
Have you
ever had it said to you?
Yeah. That's why I said it.
But that's why exactly.
Here's the last one. I don't know if you ever heard this. Take your clothes off because I'm not gonna beat anything I bought. I didn't hear that.
That's what
For real.
You don't tell me that.
I pull my grandma clothes out the closet quick.
That will get your ass. No, hear me out. That will get your ass with more because I was like, Grandma bought me these, and then
talking back, yeah.
Dad got you.
Yeah, blocking the hits, all that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but don't take that as offense.
That's why we did it. Like
say my mom tried to beat me. If I block it or like stop, y'all take that as disrespect.
Yeah, they say y'all did.
I don't understand why though.
Because you basically
Because
rejected
it's hurting me more than it's
That don't
hurting
make
you.
sense.
I mean, it don't make no sense.
it is a sense of rejecting the punishment that you brought on yourself.
Ain't nobody tell you to beat me though. I'm not trying to hear
That's
that.
me, ancestor.
You're right.
Nobody tell you that.
There's different types of different. You don't have to beat me and take my stuff away. Like it was
one or the
never
other, it's
that
not both.
serious.
I got both.
I really feel like that's. I did too.
I got both too, but I'm traumatized by that to this day.
I mean,
can't nobody take nothing from me, bro.
So here's something crazy. I remember I got on punishment one day and Asia plugged up the PlayStation.
Yours?
Yep, my PlayStation 1. She wasn't born yet, but she plugged up the PlayStation 1. We stayed home. We was the summertime. I was on punishment. They unplugged the TV and the PlayStation. Asia plugged up the TV and the PlayStation.
And left it unplugged, I'm assuming.
No, it left it plugged up.
I mean, left it plugged up.
Yeah, left it plugged up. And when they came home,
it was plugged up.
They thought it was you.
I did not know.
And they thought it was you.
Yeah, they thought it was me.
You got
tell the truth about that.
What is the
Got
question?
my ass whooped.
So did you snitch though?
I didn't know.
But you know it wasn't you. It's only 2 of y'all.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't care about that shit.
Oh, all right.
Who they didn't know. They did not believe that Asia had the ability to plug up a TV.
How old was she?
So if I'm Asia, I got like 8 years on Asia. I want to say Asia was like 5. 4. She was like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, your brothers be playing the game and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was watching TV at 5.
Yeah, so she had the ability to plug up a TV and a PlayStation. Got my ass whooped for that. I was mad at Asia for like 3 days.
I wouldn't talk to her. We still would talk to this day.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question. Arie, do you know the difference between OGs and old heads, and do you have any?
Okay, so I consider my dad an OG, and I would consider Anthony an old head or somebody like age. Cause I know a couple people age, and I don't call them old heads. I call them like uncle and auntie, cause I just feel like that's better in a way.
Mm. That's more so your generation as well.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest though. I like being called on as opposed to being called old head. I'm 33.
I ain't get to that old head age yet where like I'm cool with it. Like I don't like that. Yeah, Unc, OG.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like if you call me
I'm walking into a Wawa, I hold the door for somebody who look older than me, and he's like, "Good looking, OG." I would stop right here.
You got you.
How old are you? Oh, I'm 35. Don't ever call me old head in your life.
You got you.
But we don't use OG. Y'all use OG.
And some of us use it wrong too.
Like somebody in my generation would call my dad an old head.
He got me saved in his phone as OG, and I asked him earlier. He said, "What's an OG?" And I was in my mind, I'm like, "You got me stored in your phone as my OG." I guess is that like a young boy thing? Like, is that like?
No, it just came to my mind.
Like, where did you hear it from?
Me.
I feel OG.
Yeah, like,
That's unique.
How y'all feel about that?
My dad name is Dad.
And when it come to women, do y'all like? Or Monty, do you consider a older woman a OG, or as women, do y'all call it something different?
I really wouldn't say that we call it something different, but in the aspect of the words, for me, it would just be my mom, my aunt, my grandma.
Right.
Like, we would just say the word.
So it's not like a
Of the
miss.
person.
So
Like,
y'all
it
y'all with the
I say-
auntie and all.
Yeah,
I used
because
to
it's
call my
like
teacher auntie.
Some
She's
people,
like mommy age.
some people call their moms their old.
What?
No, it's because of the relationship me and my teacher had. like my teacher was like Aunt Felicia to me. Like that's how we was.
Yeah, my favorite teacher, Miss K. She's like a second mom to me. Like her and Char, like Miss K is in her 30s. Like I just say Miss, or if you married Mrs. But it's not often you ever hear me say Mrs. But it's like Miss. But with a male, like my grandpa would be an OG. My dad would be an old head. But it's like with a female, I don't know. I just never say it. I just say Miss. Like I just feel like it's out of the respect. But y'all, like, I've heard my grandfather. Like, okay, so we call y'all OG and old head. He said young buck. He's a baby boomer.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, y'all would call us a young buck. We call y'all old heads OG. Your parents would be OG. Y'all would be old heads to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't really talk like that for real. So it's like.
You always called Char? Because I don't ever hear you say like Aunt Char.
No, I've never, because she's like,
That's
I don't
that
know.
ain't their relationship.
Yeah, it's not their relationship. It's not like I'm your aunt, so you got like, I don't call you uncle. Like, I say that to make fun of you, but I call you Anthony. My mom, my grandma.
I mean, like, because she like that's your
that's
godmom.
yeah.
So
I call her just Char.
like all your life has been Char.
I've never
Okay.
said Aunt Char. I've never said Aunt Monty. It's just Monty, Char.
Mm.
It's not that type of relationship. Like, they feel as though it's not the type of relationship where it's like, well, I'm your elder or I'm this to you, so you need to put aunt or uncle
not like
in
they
front
forced
of me.
it.
Yeah, it's not.
I
It's
got
not
you.
enforced.
Me and Nallè only 10 years apart.
Right.
And that's why I said that earlier
And then-
to her when we was in here laughing. I said, this is why we always in trouble.
That's right.
Because we act like we the same age. I can't get over that because when Char and Asia would like go to 923, she was with me. So it wasn't no like, oh, I'm watching my niece. Like, we went to the park. Come on,
Like,
Nallè.
that was my sister.
Yeah, like it wasn't. I'm literally 10. Like
Monty is my age.
in my head, we the same age. It don't matter if we 27 or we 15.
Alright, Gabby, you feel the same way about that?
Yeah, I don't really call people OGs, but like, if I was to call somebody an old head, I would call my grandpa an old head. I mean, I wouldn't call him like directly, but like I would consider him
Somebody
as an
age.
old head. Yeah, so that's it. But I agree with her.
What about you? Like when y'all be at the courts, right, and the ball roll down the joint, you like, "OG, can you grab that?" You say that?
Oh yeah, no. So,
What you say?
I
Like y'all playing ball, the ball. Oh, what you say? Like if
no, I don't call him nothing. I just say thanks.
Or like,
They hold it. What give him the ball, bitch.
So
right.
what Ty said is you gonna get the ball regardless. I'm just gonna say thanks.
Yeah, like that's what it sounds like.
You gonna get you. Thanks.
Can you hit me the ball? He hit me the ball. I say thanks.
So you call other people yo?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a little wild.
I think
don't
that's
you
just
should
how
do
he
that.
acknowledges them. I don't think that's what he
I mean,
calls
That's a
them.
little.
If I see an older
Yeah, you
man
gotta stop
and I'm at the
stretching your
park, I'm playing. Say he playing ball, I'll be like, oh heck, you pass me the ball.
I feel like that's
Yeah, I do that
low-key
too.
You might
But-
want to develop that, like not just yo. Like you know what I don't like when people say what, because I feel like white people say what, but I feel like when black people say what, yeah, we know better.
That makes sense.
It said that we.
Are you with me, yo?
Yeah, I really feel the same. Like,
I feel like
like
what
if
you
I say
talking about?
something and you don't hear me, like I'd be like, "What'd you say?" I'd be like, "I'm sorry, I ain't hear you." But it be like when black people say, like when you say something you ain't hearing, black people like, "What? Why you butting me?"
don't sound.
I take that as disrespect. I might
take
say
it as
what,
disrespect too.
Or I'm
like I can't hear you. But if you say what, like with the T,
I think it depends on how
don't
you say
fight
it.
your
though.
words.
Like when I be doing Lyft, and like white people be in the car and they say something, and I'll say something to them like, you got space back there, and they be like, what? And I be like, what? Like
You got 3 stars.
I just feel like I'm bothering.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel like that.
To me, it
I'll
depends.
write that shit in there. Ignorant. She's ignorant.
I take that as disrespect.
Yeah,
Like
somebody-
what?
I think it
When somebody
depends
be
on
like,
how you
what,
say
it's
what.
like, I don't even want to say
Yeah,
what.
it's
It's
your
like
tone.
I'm
Yeah,
bothering you or I'm irritating you.
I
Just
don't say what. I say like what? Like what you say?
Like
WAH. I mean,
only
WAH.
person that can say what and yell and I not
It's
get
Mr.
offended is
Hiram.
Mr. Hiram.
He's the only one who can
He
say
what? I'm laughing.
I be laughing.
Funny.
He's like what?
So funny. It's not even like what you say. It really be like huh. That's how his what is. It sound like a huh.
And he don't even be trying to like.
Right,
Yeah,
but
he
that,
don't.
like
It's
he's
funny.
the only person that can say what like that get away with it.
When my mom say I be T, I be like I don't even want to talk to you no more.
So let me ask y'all, how do y'all feel about I make TY say yes. Like when he's talking to me, if I TY, like he'll say yes. Cause when he, hey dad, I'll say yes to him. I'll give him that same respect. Do y'all do that as well? Arie don't do it.
Mama.
Like I'll be like Arie, she be like what?
Because that's not something they ever cared about. Like, I'm not going to say what to my parents. Like, that's rude. But I'd be like, yeah or huh. Like, that's not something they ever cared about.
Really?
Yeah, like, they never said.
Was it the same when y'all was kids?
What? I used to say yes all the time. I used to be like
You
yes.
better not say what.
They would tell us.
If my mom
say
calls
yes.
my
Yeah,
name,
like if I said huh to mommy or
They're like, huh? What? You better say yes. Who you talking to, cuz?
like,
Yeah,
that's
they just say
really-
the words back to you and then tell you to say yes.
They're like, huh?
Yeah, so-
you better say
but-
yes.
Now with a huh, it's all about your tone. Like if you upstairs,
Oh,
she
No,
well,
downstairs.
alright, you right. I get that. Cause sometimes he'll say it and like he be like, huh? And I'll be like, and I'll say it again. But if he just be like, yeah,
Yeah,
and I
it's
watch
fine.
his body language.
my mom just corrects me. If she like calls my name or says something, just I can't hear. I'll be like, huh? And she be like, no, fix your tone. Or if you can, huh, you can hear.
Which
And if
I hate
say-
that one. Oh my
I'm
god.
Like I heard
I'm
you
like, I
talking, I
didn't
just
hear
didn't hear
you.
what you said.
Or if I answer her with yes, she'd be like, say yes. I'll be like, okay, yes.
But
I just wanted to get y'all take on that.
All right. Next question.
I didn't finish.
Oh,
Y'all never
shit,
let my
no
mans finish on
Right. Like he said. Add this to you getting dunked on that your dad ain't let you finish.
Yeah, you go.
You got another
Don't try. No, try.
You got no reason to
That's
not
your
let
laughing.
He not
Another
letting you
reason, bro.
Give him all the ammo today.
finish. Yeah.
Do I have an OG? I mean, old head? Yeah.
Who
Like,
your OG?
we'll go to the court.
Back up, bro.
I'm saying I want to know. I'm his dad. I need to know who's OG.
Yeah, why you his man?
Like, I'll say I go to Upper Darby to visit Jakeem. We'll go to my friend court. We'll play. He'll come every time. And me, him, and Jakeem run threes, and we'll go for street. And we won't lose the game until we leaving.
So how old is he?
Mm,
This is your old head, right?
he probably around like 40 something.
Word. You don't know his name?
No.
Oh, hey.
That's typically how the game go.
I mean,
I think you need to ask him his name. Like next time.
No, don't
y'all-
ask him nothing.
Y'all ever peep?
But that's my best friend's dad.
You don't know his name? I think you need to ask his name.
Wait, that's Jakeem dad?
No.
Oh.
Y'all
So
ever
Jakeem is not your. I'm sorry, Jakeem is not your best friend.
He is my
No,
best friend.
Jackie. You talking about your other homie dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I missed
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Y'all
Gotcha.
ever peep when you typically that's like I've never heard somebody call a white man an old head or OG.
I
It's
definitely call him old head.
I've never heard it. I've heard it once because
Yo, boy.
let me
Yeah,
tell you this
because
little
I feel like I'm,
young boy, old head,
No.
OG. I feel like that's all like black people.
Yeah,
saying.
because
Like,
you are yo, boy.
you don't hear no white person say that. That's really all like.
George don't count.
Leave him alone.
I look at that like
You will never hear a white person say yo mo like.
I mean, if
no.
they-
White-
no,
people
they
don't
won't
have
say
that.
it, but I say it to
that.
them because I don't want them to ever feel like I'm giving them some type of power.
Hmm?
I don't want a older white man to feel like I'm giving him some type
That's
of
why-
power that I'm not giving my fellow
Nope.
black.
That's why the older white man is yo, boy.
Exactly. Well,
Like it's
or
that
main
simple.
man.
Definitely main man.
Main man.
I'm heavy on the
I
main
feel
man.
like I
'Cause
feel
the
like
main man
I don't
said-
want to give them that power that I'm not, or that they think I'm not giving my own kind. So.
I don't give him a name. It's not out of disrespect. I just don't.
I do shit like that. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, wow. This took a turn.
It's just like, it's not even out of disrespect. It's just like.
It makes sense.
It's just that.
White people is sir, miss, or ma'am.
They definitely not sir.
I say sir.
I just.
Excuse me.
And that might be a generational thing too. I'm not calling you sir, bro.
I'm
not.
It depends on who you
The
are.
white men in my school, they are what's the Catholic thing? They
priest?
the priests. They're called fathers. I will never call them fathers.
I hate saying father. We had our music
You in
teacher.
Catholic school too?
Yeah,
Are you
our
on both
music
y'all
teacher.
Yeah, that's just something that's in Catholic schools in general.
Our
I don't
music
care.
teacher, her name
Anybody
was
have
Sister
daddy?
Regina.
I mean, yeah, but that's just something that's in Catholic schools.
We always, like, my mom, she still says that everybody calls her Sister Regina. Sometimes you slip up say Miss Sister Regina. I don't know how you slip up and do that. I hate saying father. We is priest.
You have to?
Yeah,
You have to?
That's her title.
Yes, that's the title.
Like prime example. So
You
if
can't
not to
say
cut
Miss
you off,
Regina.
this
like,
is the Afrocentric school, so they go by instead of Mr. and Miss, it's Baba, brother, sister, or mama. But I could do that.
So it's like Mama Johnson.
Yeah, no, but you typically like Brian is brother Brian. They go by
I
the
was about
first
to
name.
ask that.
I feel
That's what I was about to say.
I feel like that's different for like
Right,
races.
You're right. It's like Reg. Reg is Baba Reggie because he's older.
Oh, okay.
I could do that.
Yeah, I just graduated from
She's
a Catholic
Not calling a white
school.
man.
Like, we had,
Not
we
doing
both
it.
just graduated. We didn't go to the same one, but we would have like, say we have mass on Monday, right? And be like, oh, father's about to speak. I'm not calling him father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
I just
hit him
like
with a
I
sorry.
had
Not say it at
reference
all.
to him as father. I'd be like, back when we used to go to mass, I haven't been to mass since like 6th grade.
And they gonna be big
Bro,
on
if you're
me.
in the bathroom skipping that
Yeah,
joint.
I haven't been to mass. No, but it's like it's not something I could skip because the school I went to, St. Malachy, it was they moved. The original St. Malachy building was on 11th and Master. It's on 11th and Thompson now. The original school has a church. So like the school building is connected to the church. They moved it to down the street to the old Harrison building. When we used to go to mass, we had to walk down the street. It's not something we could skip out on. They be like, "Oh, Father about to talk." I might reference him as like Father Mac, but I'm never gonna go up to him and say Father. I'm just gonna talk. I'm never gonna call you Father.
Can I ask you a question? You said the old Harrison. You talking about the old Harrison Elementary?
Yeah,
That was my elementary school.
The only person.
He old.
I'm the youngest out of the three of us.
Yeah,
The only person-
That's the school I just did.
The only white
Wait,
person
you are?
that I ever call sir is the only.
I just got gray hair because I just.
That's it.
It's
It's like,
genetics.
I just walk up to it. Well, we got that. Like, what's going on, sir? How you feeling? But it's not like, sir, yes, sir,
Y'all
no,
know-
sir.
Oh my gosh, I hate like being forced to call somebody something. When I was in 5th grade, I had a hard time in 5th grade because I didn't like my teacher. He used to try to like force me to call him sir. I'm like, I don't have that type of respect for you. Your name is Mr. Hill. That's what you're going to be called. I'm not calling you sir. I don't have that type of respect for you. If you're
In
a
fifth
stranger,
grade, you was like 11.
yes, you're 11.
Damn, and you had that mindset.
huh?
I have a question.
Yes.
No,
it was
like the average 11 year. Like when I was
don't have
11,
that type
I
of
don't think I
respect
was.
for you. Like,
You know what I mean?
I be like if I'm out in public, I say, "Excuse me, sir." Like, you're in my way. Like that's just polite. But since he was my teacher, I never had that respect for him. Maybe it was because I didn't like him like that or I had a hard time. He would be like, "You don't never call me sir." I'm not calling you sir. Like,
He was black.
He was white.
That's why.
I got a
Like,
question.
I don't
I'm
mean to
not-
sound rude, but that's exactly why.
I was like, I don't know why you feel that way. He used to call me a brat. He used to say this, and I was like, this is exactly why. This is exactly why we have the relationship we have. It's based off the respect you give to somebody.
Do you think respect should be given or earned?
Both. So I feel like depending on your relationship with the person, it could be given or earned. My mom and my dad, I'ma give them respect. I'm not gonna. They're not. It's not a earned type of relationship. You give them respect because they're your parents. Now, it's different if you lose the respect, but they are your parents. So anybody older than me, I'm going to give them respect because that's just the respectful thing to do. That's how I was raised. But anybody my age or Anthony age, you gotta earn my respect. Like I'm not the type of person where I'm gonna give you what you don't give me. If you're not respecting me, I'm not gonna respect you.
You said if they're older, you're giving respect though, right?
Yeah.
So 20 years is not old enough.
I feel it's different because y'all.
And I ain't even 20 years old.
You mean the actual age 20 or like 20 years
20
older?
20 years older.
I feel like it's different with y'all because y'all is really like our older siblings. Like I said, like that's my relationship with y'all. I don't call y'all aunts. I don't call y'all that stuff. I call y'all my siblings. Like that's how the relationship is. So I'm just gonna treat y'all how I feel the relationship is.
Gotcha. Nallè? Nah.
So I do second off of Arie. Like your respect is depending on who you are and what my relationship is with you. Your respect is given or earned. Somebody my age, like you ever hear your mom say, "Oh, I'm not one of your little friends."
Mm-hmm.
My respect is given to her because she is my mother. I was brought here by her and my father. So it was like I owe y'all respect. Like y'all put me here. But if you my age, like 20s, you're like Mama. That for real, I know she like my aunt and all. That's like really my sister for real. Like based off the way we act with each other, I give my respect to Mama because that's the type of relationship I have with her. Mm-hmm. But people my age, I feel like if you're not gonna sit here and talk to me in no kind of way because it's like you don't want me to do that to you. So like don't however you treat me, I'm gonna treat you. You gonna know if I don't like the way I'm being treated, you're not gonna like the way you being treated, and that's that because I don't like when people get too comfortable because they think that just because they're older than me, they deserve my respect. Mm-hmm. You earn your respect based off who you are and what my relationship is with you and who you are to me. My respect is given to you, Shar. Like my respect is given to you, but yeah, like certain people, different ages, like you have to earn my respect. So that's just my whole approach.
Gabby?
I agree with them. It's given and earned, honestly. It don't matter if you're my same. Like, all right, my mom, I have to give her my respect. Like, she doesn't have to earn it. She's my mom. And the same thing with my dad and my grandparents. But, like, if somebody else is, like, the same age as me and they're talking to me however they want to, I'm not going to say I'm going to talk to them how they talking to me because I want to be the bigger person. But I'm not going to give them, like, I don't know. I'm
That's
not
dope
gonna.
That you want to be the bigger person.
Yeah, I want to be the bigger person because if I stoop down to like be disrespectful how they are, I'm gonna end up getting in an argument I don't want to get in. So I'm gonna just be the bigger person. I'm not gonna give you like a lot of respect because like you don't deserve it if you talk to me a certain type of way. But I'm not gonna go out my way to act like you because I want to be the bigger person. But like I have like this aunt I'm not as close with, and I don't know how to explain her, but. Yeah, she's like disrespectful kinda. She's my great aunt, but she's my great aunt. But I don't really like. It's not that I don't respect her. I just feel as though it's kinda earned with her because like she's just disrespectful. But I'm not saying I'm gonna be disrespectful to her. But like it's just how things are said.
But your fuse is shorter with her.
Yeah. So
the chances of you being quote unquote disrespectful to her is higher than with any other.
Yeah. I
understand that. I get that.
Yeah, sometimes people don't get that because she's my family member, but you gotta think all family members are not gonna.
Oh no, we get
it. I can write a book.
We get it.
I'm your uncle. I ain't got no uncle. Shut up.
Am I gonna have to cut that out? Or you cool with that?
No, because I ain't saying nobody's name. I got a lot of great aunts.
All right.
Y'all don't have to cut out what I said about my teacher. I don't care.
Oh yeah, that's I knock him the fuck out. I'm gonna cut that out.
No, don't cut it.
No, you're not.
We want to hear more.
We need to stroll up.
Right. What's say it
a little louder. I mean, I don't know, homie, but I can find out, homie, real quick. Like,
I got the Instagram and all.
What school he is?
Yo, see, women do a good job at training young girls to be detectives.
To get everything, bro.
It's not even what my mom. I just picked up I'm a female. Boys they deal with girls, girls deal with boys, all that other stuff. Well, it's like I don't know. It's based off of trust and everything. Like
it's the auntie sisters.
Yeah, like it be them, it be mana.
What I do?
I'm giving you props.
Oh, right, good.
You be training the new age detectives.
I'll find your mom's
I'll find your mom's stuff.
Okay,
like you have to pay attention to little things. Like nobody gave me the Instagram. I just found it. It's his Instagram. I found some of my teacher's Instagram. I was like,
first of all, teachers are stupid. It's their first and last name.
Yeah, it's not that difficult.
It's not his first and last name. It's no.
I did a good job. TY, how you feel about that? Should respect be given or earned?
I think I'll give my respect to all family members, but if it's somebody like if I'm playing basketball and they're trash talk or too cocky,
Or you dunk on them.
Yeah.
Because once you dunk on them, he can't put you on punishment no more. Just make that known.
You gonna bring it up the whole time.
Once you dunk, once
T.Y.
you dunk,
You take the trash out. I dunked on you. You take the trash out.
yeah.
What can her say?
You gonna sit at the
We call over.
you the head of the
You
table.
going for like the big dog
What?
thing.
Yeah.
Yo, cool out. Like, yo.
You
Go
gonna
ahead.
take it and run with it.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. Is there any family member that ever disrespected you that I didn't know about?
Because we'll run down on him.
no.
You sure?
I got a question for you, Ty.
It's a real question?
Yeah, because it's about respect.
I got the joke questions. I'm sorry.
It's low key a joke, but it's a serious question. Every time I see when I first started seeing you, I just say, "Hey, what's up?" Whatever the case may be. When did you start?
Stupid.
No.
I know where you're
Okay,
going.
you know where I'm going. My question is, when did you start calling me uncle? Right, like Uncle Steph, and then
He's stupid. He's stupid.
Yo, you an a-hole, bro.
when we went to go take the pictures, right? What does it take to get the uncle status with you versus Sup Bul?
Because I never told him to call you uncle.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
But he seen Main Man was like,
Sup Bul?
Definitely says Sup Bul.
I think it's because they was the same height.
Because I never appointed him uncle to you. So, like, what made you, like, call him, like, give him that respect? Because that's a high, you know what I mean?
Like, if I see that you close with my dad or with my mom, if I see that y'all close, see y'all got love, kind of like family, then I'm going to call you uncle or aunt. That's just...
Oh, boy.
I respect that. I
You
respect
trying to get out of that?
oh, hold on, rewind.
He's still on Duncan.
So you saw that Main Man and your dad wasn't close? Wow. So that's why you never called him uncle?
Got it.
No, real talk. That's a real question, though, bro.
I've been getting called aunt since Reliance. So don't do that.
Beforehand,
Yeah.
But-
I've been getting called aunt
You
since
have.
before you and Char was married. So.
but beforehand, was you introduced to
Damn.
him before you said that, or no?
No, that was the first time I ever met.
Yeah,
That was the first
I
time.
was trying to leave the name out.
Like, Eric.
Damn.
That was on you that time.
I edit.
You did that.
But yeah, so yeah, because that was years ago. That was like 6 years ago. So, all right, so
Wait, he was about to say something about his Uncle Edward.
He was.
he was my baby.
I'm going to call Eric uncle now because I see that Shar is close with Eric, you're close with Eric, Auntie Monty is close with Eric.
He be hype. Do Eric watch the podcast?
No, he don't. He already told us that's why he's not coming back.
Yeah, he is not coming back.
He's not coming back because his wife.
How you think the love
is?
is now? He don't even watch the podcast. You want to put a pause
What
on
that
that?
got
uncle?
to do with me?
Ooh, talk heavy, my boy.
I was about to be
Talk heavy, my boy.
He ain't come back neither.
But no, I think that's dope because that's kind of like a testament to how I raised you. Because
Thanks.
years ago, that it was just Monty. We didn't know nothing about Shar. So when y'all spent that time together, every time you came and you had that same sentiment 6 years ago when you was 6, 7 years old, I appreciate that because that lets me know that when it comes to situations like this and the loyalty, the love, the respect that you have for people, it lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So I appreciate that.
But to finish the question, I give respect to my family members. I don't really give respect to people out. I give them I don't give them respect because say we playing basketball and he's just doing the most. He's talking trash, pushing people. He's not earning my respect. Even if he try to earn my respect, he's not gonna get it.
I'm surprised you didn't hit the young bull
We young boy.
when y'all had practice that day, and you said he pushed you or something like that.
He threw the ball at the back of my head.
Yeah, and
I'm cut.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
cut.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I was like, what? Because in my mind, I kind of went in parent mode. Not like if he hit you, you better beat him up. But like that's from where we come. Like you get the ball thrown at the back of your head. Like remember when fucking Mrs. Doubtfire threw the lemon in the back of what you call him head? Like that's wild.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
I got it. I had to
Yeah,
put
like
it back in my
that's
head.
similar to that. Like no, like so on the court, like you can't just throw no ball at the back of my head and get away with that. Like no. So when he told me he ain't do it, he said he just walked up to him and said, "Don't ever do that again."
Nice and calm.
I mean, that is more
Stone Cold
of
Killer.
a G shit. Yeah,
I
like
think I'd be more scared
That's
of
equivalent to
saying.
you. I mean,
you rubbing off my boy.
No, you rubbing off.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Steph, shake his hand and say it. Steph, shake
you
his
rubbing off.
He didn't know that.
That's funny.
My fuck. But like I really like respect is also given to Aaron because like I really feel like Tyler said, like he see how close Shar is with you and Monty and everybody else. Like I really feel as though that like the titles come in place. Like once I feel like you a thorough human being, once I like see what you taking your time, like say my mom asks you to do a favor and you do it and it's like something everybody else denied her for, you're thorough. You took the time out of your day to help my mom. Mm-hmm. And it's like I got respect for you, like I got love for you for doing it because of like you didn't have to do that. Everybody else could have turned it down for doing that, but you took the time out of your day.
It's stuff like this that like these are like the prime examples that kids really do pay attention.
Yeah. They do.
Like
our parents wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, but when they say stuff like that back to us, it's like, oh damn. Like,
but the funny thing
because we only hear it amongst us.
Yeah, but see,
like kids pay attention. We say that, but when you hear it comes from the
I
child.
feel like we listen more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The difference between us and them is we got the ear to listen.
That's why I said that.
We
Our parents
like
would be
they.
no, y'all don't.
Simply because you didn't get listened to.
Have y'all ever been sat down with people of our age that had these, not on the podcast, like period in life, to have these type of conversations?
Like related?
No, period. Anybody.
I always talk to Asia, Shar, and Tasha about everything.
So I'm just chopped liver out here.
You're
Listen.
She named all females, bro.
You are my.
Hey, what do you expect you to talk?
You are my brother, and I know you. I know how you go about things, and I know you got advice to offer me. But
so when is it gonna kick in?
It's gonna kick in one day.
When
I be thinking about it. Lately, I've been thinking about it.
And we gonna run down on him.
Lately, I've been thinking about it. But some things I only go to. Actually, everything I only go to them for because it's just not to say that I can't talk to her. But certain things I can't say to mommy that I could say to Asia and Shar and them.
How do you feel about Nugget?
Nugget is really cool. I will talk to her about anything. And I do talk to Nugget when she asks me stuff. Because I know how Nugget is. And I know how she raises her kids and stuff like that. So I know I could go to her for anything.
I do second off of that. Like, it's certain people in your life that you really feel like you can talk to. You know, I know it's like, I be talking to my mom and Shar. And it's like something... I feel like since my mom is Shar's best friend, I be like, Shar, like, can you talk to me about this? Because say something go happen between me and my mom, I'm gonna see how Shar approaches the situation. What's her take on it? I might go to Gabby mom, which I never do, but I will go to like a different female, see what their approach is. Maybe I'll tell a male to see what their approach on the situation is. I want advice from different people because everybody doesn't think the same. You might not think how Shar does. You might not think how my mom does. That's why I could go to like different people, like different like females are different. Like no female is really the same. I know people like, oh, women the same. It's not true. Everybody has a different mindset based off the way they was raised.
Only men say that.
I just said that.
Oh, all right.
I can't. I talk to my mom about a lot of stuff, but like certain things I can't sit down and talk to my mom about. Like, or if I try to, it's like she'll cut me off and try to say I'm wrong with my opinion. So it's like after I talk to my mom, I try to talk to her. A male I would go to is, well, it's just probably sound weird, but I go to my grandpa because he sits down, he listens, he asks questions, like he just listens. And then when I go to my dad, he just listens. He don't say nothing. So
That's a very big thing for me.
and my dad, he
Huge
just
thing.
he just listens. He doesn't say anything. So
Yeah,
it's like I'm
my
getting feedback.
mommy and daddy is so different because I'm close. Like it's obvious that I'm closer to my dad than I am to my mom. Cause
Really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
like
Your mom said that on the pod, bro.
When she talked about how
Yeah, your mom said that, bro. She said she's like her dad.
No, because Pop had to get there, and it was a challenge for him to get there.
No, I understand that. Like, I mean, yeah.
Do you agree with that?
But the
Or
dad
has
that
he?
you know and the
All
dad
right,
that
but
she
you know
know
what?
is
He
different.
probably. So that's the thing. Like he had 2 kids to go through before he got that.
Yeah, so by the time he got there, he perfected
yeah,
it.
me and
Yeah.
Asia is 2 different people. So that's.
All right, I can dig it though.
But yeah, I will go to my dad for anything because me and daddy have that relationship. We can talk about anything because daddy listens, and then if you want the advice, he'll give it to you. If you say you don't want advice, he won't give it to you.
He will ask you to. Yeah, that's the dope thing about it. He won't just say it. He will ask.
Is that where you got that from?
What?
Because I feel like you're a great listener, but depending on the situation, you'll be like, you want my opinion?
Yeah, yeah.
And I be saying like, nigga, I'm calling you. Talk
Like
about
he
this.
didn't reach
Okay,
that. He
okay,
didn't.
yeah.
He didn't
Like,
reach that point yet.
Got you. Okay.
So he'll leave spots open. So when he leave it open as a parent, I just feel
You
like
feel
I gotta
like it,
come
yeah,
in. Yeah.
gotcha.
But when he get to that point where he like have control over that and the wherewithal to be like, Pop, can you listen to me real quick? Like then that's when I'll start implementing that with him. But as a parent, I feel like I ain't got no choice if he leave
right.
those little spots open.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy also, like, his approach to things is a lot calmer than mommy. So I feel way more comfortable talking to him than I do my mom. Because mommy she just blunt. Like, she just straightforward. And I don't need that right now.
I got cussed out 5 times
If
in
I
about
try
2
to
minutes
talk
by
to
you.
my mom about
I got told that.
all over breakfast.
I got told my mom doesn't want my opinion.
That's
8 times.
That's your problem. She don't want your opinion. We don't need a rebuttal. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that was so. When like, how do you feel about that? Like, because you don't come to me often. I come to you and I give you the information. Like, do you ever be wanting to come to me? Not when it's like about basketball or not when it's about cops or stuff like that. Like life stuff that I talk to you about. Like, do you ever be like, yo, when I gotta talk to my pop about this? Because you don't really do it that much.
No, not really. I did one time, but it wasn't really that deep of a thing. So.
Do y'all want kids?
I see how I act. So, well, it's not how I act, but I see how I go about things. So I don't know if I want another person like that. My attitude is, I don't know. So I don't
Arie,
know.
what's your I'm gonna go Liz.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How many you want, Arie? Or you ain't get that far?
3 or 4.
Damn!
I have one.
You want kids? How many you want?
6.
1? 2 times.
But I think I heard something like this. I heard that people want the certain amount of kids, like the siblings that they was raised with.
Shit.
Yeah, I was thinking.
So here's the thing. I wanted 5 kids. Then I start basically being around my little cousins. And I went down to 4.
He became an uncle and said, fuck that.
I became an uncle.
With the roller coaster.
That shit became 2. And then my nieces, my wife's nieces lived upstairs, and they was always down my apartment. And I said, maybe 1.
Yeah, all my siblings are little, so honestly, I'd rather just have 1. I got 5 siblings, and I'm the oldest.
I hear a lot of people change that when they actually have a kid, though.
Yeah, that also is true.
I want to see what it's like. I want to see like what parents went through when we were kids.
All right, so this is what I'm going to tell y'all.
Wait, explain your question. I want to make sure I'm hearing this right. Say that one more time.
Like, if I do have a kid, like, I don't know how to explain it, but if I do have a kid, I want to see what y'all went through while we were kids. Well, what you went through while we were kids.
Well, we can explain that to y'all.
Yeah, you don't gotta have kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I want you to repeat it, so I make sure I'm hearing it right before I respond.
You want to know if this shit really real? It's real as hell. I swear to God.
Right? You just had a new brother. Spend an hour. Try to spend an hour alone with him. The moment he cried too long for you, you're gonna want to.
We was in the house the other day. You seen what I went
for
through.
5 minutes. He
But
started
he was
crying.
in there with you though. Like you were there. The moment that he by himself with him and Hero Dad, come get him.
Mama Bunny.
I'm climbing out the front window.
I can see.
I'm walking out the front door.
I don't know. I want kids, but it's like what I can handle. Like, this is how I think of it. I know this is like a big step, but like, say one parent is not in the kid's life and you by yourself. It's based off what you can handle alone. The kids do make you stronger, and I know parents do change once they become parents because they're not like their old teenage selves or how they used to be. So twins run in my family. I feel like the most I would be able to do is twins or like 2 kids itself. I want twin girls or like a boy and a girl. So it's like it's based. I feel like kids are a challenge, like based off how strong you're. Like they show like how strong you are, like what you can handle as a person. Like I know people without kids, and they're really like extremely good with kids, and it's like people like that. Like if you meet a person like a significant other, they look at how you treat kids, or if you're good with kids or bad with kids. I like kids, but it's just a certain age groups, man. I'm ready for you to just go to be 10 already. Cause like,
you are wise beyond your years because my wife say that shit.
I'm with my sister 24/7. She about to turn 2. I don't even.
I have 4 sisters. I'm not really in contact. I just got in contact with my middle 2 sisters because my dad has 5 kids. I'm the oldest. So it's me, Jada, Amber, Jolie, and Vonnie. I've only seen Vonnie.
All girls?
Yes. My mom think he cursed.
Yeah, any nigga who got all girls is cursed.
So I'm the oldest, and I really feel as though my dad has messed up in life, and I really feel like that does affect on me because I want to be try to be the best sister I can, but his actions and his decisions affect me because of the relationships with the moms. If he has a bad relationship with the mom, that's not good for me because it's like, well, I'm your daughter. My dad's in jail. So it's like, if I just got in contact with my sister's mom, and I've been trying to do it for years. Like 2 years before this year, I found her Instagram, and I texted her.
She found a detective again.
I found her Instagram, and I text her, and I'm telling her like, hey, it's their sister or whatever. I go back to see if the message went, and I click on the page. User not found. She blocked me. And I was like, wow. Like, all that, like, I feel like I want to see how I am with my sisters because they're young. I want to know how I'm going to be when I become a parent, and I'm young now. Mm-hmm. So when Hero get, like, 2, 3, 4, I want to see how I would be with Hero. Because come September, I'm 9 times out of 10 going to be at your house all the time. My school's on 46th Street.
Well, a month ago, you act like you ain't want to hold them.
Not too much. But, like, I want to see how I'm going to be with kids. I love kids, but it's like a certain age group. Like, I know certain times are going to be tough. Like, terrible twos and stuff. Mm-hmm. I want to see how I'm going to be able to handle those kind of situations as a parent.
So, listening to all y'all, right, this is why I asked. It's never a perfect time to have kids, like ever. I don't care if like you're the most patient person in the world. I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care if you're 40. It's never a perfect. There is no perfect time to have children. But everything that y'all just expressed, as y'all get older, this is why I don't agree with having, even though I have TY at 21. I don't agree with having kids young. Like, don't have no, like, when people say I had my kids young so when I get older I could do what I want to do. I don't agree with that because sometimes it's taking away time from your child. It's certain things that you need to establish as a human being before you raise a child. Like, learn your flaws. Like, if you're not good with communication, don't have no kid. Like, if you're like not saying don't have a kid, but work on these things that you need to work on before you go out here and have a whole nother human life that you got to take care of for the rest of your life. I mean, it's just certain things that got to come into play. Learn the person that you have the kid with, so you don't be 1 year later y'all beefing at the first baby shower, at the first birthday party. Like, I want y'all to like really like dig into yourselves, like invest in yourselves before y'all have a kid, and now y'all gotta invest everything else into this kid, and y'all not ready yourselves. See what I'm saying? It's so many variables that could come into play when you're young and having a child. You know what I mean? Like,
There's variables now. That's not dope.
Nigga. Like, I tell TY to this day, like, don't make me no grandpa early. Don't make me no grandpa early. Because that's not gonna be your child. I'm gonna have a third kid. Like, don't put that on me because you was out there being childish. Especially if y'all don't work. Especially if y'all don't have plans of getting married. Especially if you don't have no life goals.
Especially if y'all not even together. It's just a situation. You got your situation pregnant.
Especially if you're not living on your own. I wasn't living on my own. And I put Pop through that. Wasn't living on my own. Yeah, a year later, a year later, I moved out, got everything together, had the crib, all that stuff. Yeah. But I had to put Pop through that. Crying in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, he walking downstairs. What the fuck is going on? I can't get him to stop crying. Nigga, me either. What you want me to do? You better go to your mom's house. Now I had to put you in the car seat, drive you 4 blocks away, go to my mom's house, come in, my mom. Now she like, what the fuck? Like, you couldn't get what? You better go ride. Don't put your, like, seriously, like, these are the things, this is real life.
Yeah, it sounds funny, but it also sounds true.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Take care of yourself first. Like, shorty might be bad, homie might be handsome as hell. Yeah, I mean, but dog, like, having a kid, like, it's some hard shit when you young, man. Like, it's really hard and it's rough, and you have to worry about this child while you're getting your life in order. That can take long as hell. You got to worry about credit. You got to worry about a job. You got to worry about where you laying your head at. And then you got to worry about maintaining all this stuff to take care of that child.
Daycare.
Managing money.
Yeah.
Managing money. Saving. That's it's so many things that you have to take into account about life before you take care of a life.
Do they teach money management in schools?
No.
Bro, they're not going to teach that in school.
Teach what?
But I really feel like school, it has a point, but they don't teach you the basic needs that, like, when you get older, they don't teach you about finance. They don't teach you, like, about your rent and stuff. They don't
even
teach
in college,
you none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta learn that on your own.
You gotta learn that life.
From your
Life
parents.
teach you all that.
They say
I have yet.
They say
And
they
also,
use algebra.
also keep in mind that
33 years.
Bro, I be like, y'all
I
have
have yet to use algebra.
You do not use that simple basic.
How old are you? Or what grade you in?
I ain't used that yet.
Yeah, he got algebra in 5th. I didn't touch algebra till I was in 9th.
What am I using?
The sad thing about it.
I did not get algebra until high school.
The sad thing about it
I
is,
got algebra in 6th grade.
we had a teacher in Finler that was teaching algebra.
I don't remember that.
Mr. Albert was the teacher that was teaching algebra. We just never had him, and I would have failed this class anyway.
I definitely would have failed.
I really don't understand, like, you really just need basic math in life. I really feel like algebra.
Depending on the job, yeah.
But I really feel like, what's the point of certain, like, all the stuff like
Like if you're a
geometry.
scientist, you probably need
You definitely
geometry,
need
shit like that.
scientists.
But that's for your career. I feel like you should only be able to learn certain stuff like that based off what you want to do in life. You shouldn't have to you shouldn't have to be taught things that you're not going to use.
Facts.
Because you're just going to go to
Do they still have home ec for you guys?
What's
You
that?
said
Isn't
what?
that in high school?
What you
What?
said? What?
What's home ec?
I love
I
that.
actually forgot what that was. What is
So
that?
it's basically like they.
Every school didn't have it. That's why I looked at it like that.
Well, I'm sorry that
I
my
don't know
school
what
had
that
it.
is.
I went to ghetto ass Gretchen. Ghetto ass Gretchen had it.
Oh,
Home economics.
Home economics is basically like cooking and
Cleaning.
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Oh,
I had
they got
it.
that at certain schools.
We had an oven that failed, and that was it.
I love that home ec class.
But that's all this stuff that we're talking about are things that you're gonna need to succeed in life prior to having a baby.
You want to know something? I'm really glad my school told me.
What?
Government, especially what's going on right now.
Yeah,
I love
you did tell me that. That's dope.
I do want to learn.
And the thing
Like,
is, they don't
government
teach that
history-
well, back when we was young, we didn't teach that in school.
Wait, they teach what?
Government policies and stuff like that, they didn't teach that much. They taught
Actually, high
us
school.
basic social studies, but
call
I'm
it,
pretty sure they go into it more in depth now.
They call it civic responsibilities, and they
I
only
like-
teach you the bare minimum of it.
Yeah, I like when schools talk about like law and government because it's like you know how they ban in abortions and stuff like that. Like all the stuff that goes on in law, like I want to learn about it. I want to I want to learn about certain stuff like that, like the law, the government, the stuff that happened in the past. Like they cover basic like social studies, but my teacher, Miss K, she was our social studies teacher, not science teacher. She didn't teach us she would teach us stuff that our regular modules would not have in them. She would teach us stuff that she got up on her own. And so did my other teacher. His name was Mr. Harris. Best two teachers I've ever had in my life. Couldn't complain.
So I know it's not on here, but she brought it up and it made me think.
One of the questions I want to dip into because we talking about this too.
Okay. But do y'all think, and again, it could tie that as well, that we need to help y'all more as far as like getting into politics to make sure that y'all are okay? Because obviously you guys are the next generation. But obviously our, the Gen X and the baby boomers, they have obviously felt us.
They going for us.
So,
They
But
got
I even
to.
think when it comes to that, and I think that's
I
a
think
great
that's
question.
a little hard too.
Right, because we don't even have I'm not gonna say like all of us. A lot of us don't have knowledge of it. We're just now learning.
correct.
So if I'm
And
just
not
now
even
learning,
that,
I can't teach
we're
them.
stuck in the phase of making sure that these is part of the things in having kids. We are in the phase of making sure they're safe. We most of our time is making sure they're safe. So we can't even focus for real on a lot of other shit.
That's true.
Because we trying to make them safe. Like Biden is fucking shit up right now, right? Right?
Yeah.
But the reason why I voted for Biden was
Because you didn't want another 4 years of Trump.
I can't have him watching another 4 years of Trump.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Now, could Trump policies have been way better? All that policy shit? Yeah, it could have. But I know as a black man where I come from and what I'm teaching my son and what he's seeing out here, he can't see that. He can't see them towering over no fucking Capitol again.
Yeah, so
Next time, I will vote the proper way next time. You know what I mean?
How did
Because
y'all feel
even if Trump do win, he's seen what it was the first time, and now we can make adjustments the second time if he come again.
How did y'all feel about that? Like, did y'all? Because no.
The little tears and tears.
The whole
What they did to the
taking over the
motherfuckers.
Capitol on June 6th?
Yeah.
Was y'all in school or did y'all hear about it like after y'all got home and stuff like that?
I think I heard about it when I got home.
So like, how did y'all feel about seeing all those people going, doing what they were doing simply because democracy was doing what it was supposed to do? Like, they was like, shit, we doomed or
Was that at y'all age? Was that even important to y'all?
How long was this?
I think
wasn't
that's
that
like
long ago.
it was January last
For
year.
me, it wasn't.
It's last year.
Yeah, January last
Yeah,
year.
that wasn't that long ago. Well,
Was it
that
like
was
another case of white people crazy?
That was the first time.
That's how I viewed it though. Like real talk. That's really how I viewed it.
It's not that it was. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
That was the first time I really started paying attention to politics.
Mm.
So after that, I just knew that this everything is crazy right now. Like our generation, I love our generation because seeing the stuff that we do in the media and that we really want to push for our future, the politics is crazy right now. Like me personally, I want to push for my future that I want. Like the Roe v. Wade stuff, that's crazy to me. Because a lot of us don't even know stuff like about sexual ed and stuff. Because a lot of places don't teach that. Me personally, I had to learn what I learned from the other class and the internet. I never went to my parents about that stuff because I just didn't feel the need to if I already had it right in front of me. So I educated myself on that, and I educated myself on politics. But a lot of people don't have that. So I feel like it's good for us to push that stuff and keep being taught politics because right now the future is not looking so bright the way stuff is moving.
Did they take sex ed from y'all?
It was. Well,
it's not a part of health class anymore?
It's a part in my school. It's a part of biology.
Teachers will teach you that in health.
Biology, really?
Yeah.
It's about
but I wouldn't think they had made it a part of that. That wasn't our biology back then.
Well, I go to a Catholic school too, so that might be why I don't have a specific.
Certain schools have it as a class, but certain teachers, like health teachers, they're definitely going to bring that up. My old teacher, Mr. Harris, he taught us everything, like sex and stuff. That all came into like science and your reproduction system.
Mm-hmm.
Like
biology.
that's a part of science.
So like back when we definitely understand it's a part of science. Like I did get it in like biology.
I got it in sex ed.
But sex ed was just like
biology
in your face and
you really don't see that stuff in movies.
So I'm gonna
so that's what I'm saying. Like it helped though.
So for me, the biology aspect was pretty much teaching you about the body itself.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the health aspect, because it's weird, I had an A in biology. And everything else was B's and C's. But the biology part, I wanted to learn that.
I like that Volvo.
Exactly. But then, me being more in depth about it was the health class aspect. So it wasn't necessarily sex ed, but it was it was a whole she probably spent half the school year just talking about the sexual aspect of health, and then going to everything else. But I also was in a high school where you blink twice and everybody's pregnant. So.
Did they also change? Because I know at a certain point that you guys' math changed.
Definitely. Cause at a point in time, me and my mom.
Now, did y'all start off at the level that we at the teachers?
What was the level
not necessarily level.
Addition.
So
y'all skipped addition. Y'all learned addition and pre-K.
So what I mean is this: I'm referring to the teachings. So it was like
everything is explained differently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Math different from the way
it's the same,
and I learned that when I used to struggle in math. I still do, but back when I was younger and it was harder, I was like, "Mom, can you help me?" She was like, "What is this? This is not how we were taught math." I was like, and then as I got older and I started seeing the stuff that we got taught and what my mom got taught, I was like, they have a different aspect on what we get taught.
Yeah.
So it's like y'all may not understand the things we do. We may not understand the things y'all do because we were taught different ways.
Now,
knowledge is,
and that's where us as parents got to step up and just give y'all, get y'all tutoring.
Facts. Now,
but when I go to when I used to go to my mom about my math, she'd be like, "Oh, you do this." I'm like, the teacher didn't explain it that way. So say I'll put it how my mom did it. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's right," but you didn't do it how we explained.
So that's what I wanted to know. Is it easier for you guys to learn it the way we learn, versus how
it's easier to learn how y'all learned it because when we go to school, they just put all this extra stuff into it.
They will teach you
even if you put my mom, she'll tell me how to do it. Well, how she did it. So I'll put it down. I go to school. She's like, "Oh no, that's not how you get it," but that's correct. I'm like, okay.
This is how I see school. They give you a test. What they give you on the test? You ain't learn that in class.
You did not.
Me and my mom did this all year.
Everything on them tests, you never learn it. They will give you some weird stuff, and you'll somehow end up with the answer. This is my math teacher. You're like, that's correct. But how did you get that? If it doesn't matter if it's correct or not. Y'all giving us stuff that y'all didn't teach, and if y'all did teach it, it didn't make sense. Because how we end up with the right answer or the wrong answer, but the right explanation. That doesn't make sense. I hate when teachers do that.
Even if you get the right answer, they'll say, "Oh,
the steps is wrong.
The steps are wrong."
Or the steps are right, and you got the answer.
You won't get the points for how you did it.
All right, before we move on, another quick question. Flashcards. Y'all know what flashcards are?
Yeah.
Study groups.
What about them?
Oh,
Y'all know what study groups are? Or do y'all still have them?
Yeah.
no.
Well,
We have study groups. Like, he'll.
I don't
So this
study.
is how our
She's laughing.
Keeping it real.
this is how it was set up. Like
Like, stuff like-
our knowledge was like split into two. Like you'll have the session with the teacher, and sometimes you'll do like stuff on a computer. So it'll rotate. So he'll do study groups with certain kids, not just certain kids, but everybody will. It will rotate. You get taught on the computer one day, the next day you get taught by him. So it was different. So you getting taught by two different things: a computer and a person.
That's weird. That's
My
wild.
teacher,
That was
she
confusing.
every time we
Yeah.
get Eureka, we learn one lesson every day. Then she'll do a mid-module test. I'm like, we just learned all them. We just learned like 10 lessons. You telling me to put that on one test? I don't remember the first lesson.
For
And then
real.
she'll do the end of the.
I remember
That's
the first five.
all. That's she teach one lesson. We go to the next lesson the next day. I'm like, I don't remember doing that yesterday.
There's another thing. With Eureka, you have
What is that?
Eureka is a math
A math.
a math
Yeah, we
company or
didn't-
something.
we didn't
Like-
have
That sounds like voila.
Yeah, it's a Eureka book.
The Eureka I know is the one that Hero watch.
But like,
So y'all have
She
groups,
black.
study groups with y'all friends?
She's smart.
No, we don't. I don't.
The Eureka I know is Eureka's
But
Castle. When we were kids.
Eureka, you'll have like a pre-unit assessment. They basically like, you'll have a pre-unit assessment. So it's basically like from module 1, they'll show you what you
Just the
learned.
computer stuff.
No, this
It's
is
in a book.
Oh, we
Like,
ain't had
the
textbooks like
pre-unit
that.
assessment,
Yeah, textbooks.
they're showing you what you're about
Turn
to
to page
learn.
24.
It's missing.
Like the pre-unit assessment, they're showing you what you're about to learn. So obviously you might not know it. But once after that, you start the first couple lessons. Then you get a mid-module assessment. That's like a test on what you just learned. End of unit assessment. All of them, it'd be like 20-something, 30-something lessons in one book. All that gets put into the end of module assessment. Then you get another book, module 2, module 3. It just get harder and harder. And I really like hate that.
That sounds confusing for me.
It's like a video game.
And
level.
it's the Catholic school.
Yeah, the archdiocese is weird.
It really is. It's the, like
I hate
Catholic
it.
school. It's another thing. Public school and Catholic school education is different.
Yeah.
They on two
Like
different levels.
two different levels. And it's like Catholic school is challenging. Like it's the education is like on a higher level than public school and charter schools. So that's why I noticed they're like all complicated. But if you spend like 2 days in a Catholic school, you'll understand it. Like it's
I
not
quit.
that hard. Like it's like weird to explain, but if you just see it in real life for yourself.
Yeah, we have different modules. So like one book is module 1, then you go into the next one after
And
you've
it's
done
based
that
off
book.
your
But you
grades.
do a lesson every single. Well, my teacher, she did a different lesson every day. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember this off the
Yeah, man,
test?
you better go sit down somewhere.
Like, okay.
Let me ask y'all this. Working at one job for 30 years and retiring. That's exactly why I asked. So, like, our parents.
I don't even like that question.
I know that's what I saw. That's why I'm asking. So you got our parents, and then you got our grandparents, right? They worked at it's number one at my job. He celebrated his 50th year at the post office 3 months ago. Like that's what they was raised off that. You get a good job, you work that thing, you retire. We can't do that. And we actually caught that at the last minute. Our generation, we caught that at the last minute. Y'all like grew up in the entrepreneurial or the social media entrepreneurial era. So when y'all hear working at a job for 30 years and retiring from it, what is y'all sense from that? What do y'all get from that? Like, is that like wow for y'all? Like, is that far-fetched? Like,
Yeah. Me and Daddy was just having this conversation too. I think it's absurd. Personally.
Me too.
If the job is what you love doing, sure. Go for it. Do what your little heart desires. But
Definitely is.
me personally, you're not gonna catch me at a job for 30 years and I don't love it there.
facts.
I don't know. My grandma, she worked at the post office for 30 years. And then she retired and went to, I think, like a calling center. I'm like, 30 years? I was like,
you did your time.
Right.
I was to a call center. I'm like, okay.
That's how I see it. You already go to jail for like what, 12 years? I mean, not jail, school for.
I'm like, wait. Why we going like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like jail.
So this how I see it. I seen this one yearbook quote, and it was, you know how you in your yearbooks it's your picture and then your name is under it, and then sometimes they have a quote. It was like the boy name, and then it said he served his 4-year sentence. He was released from his 4-year sentence. Basically, meaning high school was jail.
That's
so I feel like
I like that.
that's what I was like. I was like
the whole thread. I seen that.
Yes, it is. I was like, we go to school, we do elementary, high school, just to go to another 4 years. Well, if you choose to. But then, if you stay at one job for that many years, that's like a 30-year sentence. I really think, because, like, if you like it, all right, cool. But if it's, like, a job that you're not comfortable with, that's a 30-year sentence. I cannot stay at one job that I'm not. If I'm working at McDonald's, I'm not staying there for 30 years.
Right.
Y'all seen Good Burger before?
Absolutely. Grew up on Good Burger. This type of way.
No,
I'm
trying to
Good
use it as a
Burger.
reference. Y'all remember
Can I take your order?
You talking about the white boy that be in the box?
No, Otis, the one that cooked the fries.
Yeah.
Oh.
How long?
Like the Burger King boy, I hate referring to, I mean, like outside sources, but the boy at Burger King was there for 30 years, and all they did was give him a backpack with a fucking cup in it.
Wasn't he just on the internet, right?
Yeah, and I think he had
the old black man. He said that he never missed a day.
Yeah, like it's stuff like that. Like so how you feel about that, TY? Like when you hear, I know you like want to go to the league and stuff, but I always tell you if that don't work, make sure you have a backup plan. When you hear that, like how you feel about that?
I feel surprised because 30 years is crazy.
What you saying, bro? I'm 33. What do you mean?
Like I'm old.
No, 30 years working at a job.
Oh, all right.
So do you like?
My bad, bro.
So how do y'all think y'all gonna combat that? Is that entrepreneurship? Is that like bouncing from one job to the next every 7 years? Like how do y'all think y'all going?
I'd rather.
Well, if I'm working for 30 years.
Yeah, like because you somehow, some way, you got to get to a point in your life where you either gonna retire, but you still got to be right financially. You can't just retire and be like, all right, I ain't doing nothing else. You gotta make sure you're good.
Like if I'm going to work for 30 years, I want to work at the same job and make sure that I like the job and that I'm getting paid enough.
Would you want to be like a supervisor or something? Like, I don't want you to ever
work
just
at a
work
job
at
for
a
30
job.
years in the same position, or do you want to work at a job in 30 years and you keep progressing?
Yeah, I would rather, if you're gonna do that, I would rather you keep moving up. Don't stay stagnant. It's one thing about all y'all. Don't ever stay stagnant.
When you progress, like, and you get a different position in the job, your income become more because, like, you moving up, you top dog in the company or whatever.
Can I tell you one thing I learned about the younger generation? They are not staying at any job that they don't like.
Nope.
No.
You talk about 30. They're not staying 30 days.
Yeah, like we are. I think we are the last ones that like when
we need this money.
Like McDonald's and stuff like that. I think we're the last generation of. All right, what was your first job?
I mean, McDonald's was my first job, but I knew at 16. This ain't it.
How long did you stay there though?
I was at Boston Market.
A summer.
All right, so what was your longest job when you was young?
When I was young?
Yes. So.
You call him old?
No, he's 32. So like he started working at like 16.
So I started working at 6. So what age are you referring to?
When you was young, like your teens or like your early 20s. Like what was your first longest job?
My first longest job would have been the security gig, and I was in school.
What time? Well, like what age?
I was 23, 22.
Okay.
And I worked there for 2 years.
2 years. All right. The average young person right now has had 10 jobs in 2 years. I think we were the last generation to have those type of jobs where we was like rocking out for like a good 2, 3, 4 years.
So how long have you been where you at now?
It's about to be 3 years. But the longest job I ever had was something, but that was a career job.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. It was friendlies. That's why I said don't get stagnant. Because I got hired illegally at 14 years old. And I got hired at 14 years old and I didn't leave till I was 20. Like a month and a half after he was born. It shouldn't have to take me 20 years old having a child realizing
You was in the same spot? Like the same position?
That was another thing. We talked about that.
Yep.
Like I wanted to be a supervisor, but they kept telling me no.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
And
Yeah,
then-
so
Well,
just,
now
I mean,
we
it's
know why, because they hired you illegally. Bro.
Just another tip.
So that just never give you a leadership role. You're not supposed to be
If
there.
you need to leave your job when you get older, leave.
Guys, take
I
it from
found
me.
it- listen.
Get the fuck on. Okay?
So, long story
I don't
short,
get it.
the job that I'm at now, I was already with him. I left. I was with him for like 4 years.
what do you mean leave though?
I found a better position.
All right, say
Or
that.
matter of fact,
yeah, say
matter
that.
of fact, let me stop
Don't just
lying.
leave a job just
Yeah.
to be leaving because you don't
I-
like it and not have another job lined up.
Exactly.
That's
But
what
I didn't
they do,
leave,
bro.
Matter of fact,
I'm telling you from experience.
I did
bro.
not leave and get a better position. I left, got the same position for more pay.
But that's cool too.
So,
But I'm saying don't leave and just
obviously.
leave.
But here's the thing: in today's society, when you leave, and if you leave on good terms, they'll want you back at a higher salary,
Yeah.
and then you can start making moves. Because I've been back with the job that I'm currently at since 2018. Now I got promoted twice since I've been back. So know your worth.
Know your worth.
Is
and
definitely.
and don't stay stagnant.
Yep.
Because once you stay stagnant, you can get it goes from comfortability then to being stagnant.
But what if it's a retirement job?
You can retire from any job that you want, right? As long as you got your ducks in order. Some people like me, I work at a job I don't really like. I don't like it, but it paid the bills, and it paid the bills pretty good. See
And what about and the benefits probably?
And the benefits is pretty good. So when I find something that matches it or is better than that'll benefit me and my family, then I'll take it. But until then, I'm going to rock out with what I'm doing because it's doing what it's supposed to do it in my life as a grown man.
Like, trust and believe, I can probably speak on this for all three of us. Let's just say, hypothetically, someone picks up this podcast and say, yo, we want to give you all an exclusive contract. And then we're getting more than what we're getting paid now. Or even if we're getting paid what we're getting paid now from our jobs, along with benefits, I'm pretty sure we walk with. All right, so I feel like this is one of the best questions that we have. Arie, we're going to go to you first. Y'all have a great grasp on technology. If you didn't have the technology you have now, how do you think life would be?
Boring like the rest of ours.
And y'all grew up with technology.
My life in general or all of our lives?
Whatever you want to touch on.
Yeah, whatever we want to touch. If
Um,
you still had dial-up.
I feel like all of our lives would be different. Only because our generation, we would not be here. We wouldn't be as smart as we are. We wouldn't have the view that we do on the world, because that's just how we learn stuff. Like, a lot of the stuff we know don't come from our parents. It comes from the internet. Y'all generation, and as far as back to our parents, I don't know. I feel like they use the internet, but they know how to get by without it. And we all we ever had was the internet. So a lot of the stuff that we do involves the internet. Like you said, with the entrepreneurship and all of that, we learned that from being on the internet and pushing ourselves out there. So like a lot of the stuff that we do now, that would be totally different. And so would our job, because now our reach to everything is right there. If I wanted to if I wanted to start a career on art, I got my phone right here. That's all I got to do is create something, put myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it would be a lot different if we didn't have that today.
Nallè?
Yeah, you guys definitely know how to get by without it, but like she said, that's what we were born into. So it's really oh no, and it's if y'all wanted to start, if y'all wanted to start your own business, y'all have to put yourself out there on your own. Social media does that for you. Like with the entrepreneurship, all you had to do, it takes one post on Instagram, one post on Facebook, and you're out there. It can be like the smallest thing for you to get where you want to be in life. There's so many small businesses out there that blew up because of these social media platforms and what we have like our phones and stuff for. It's like all these small businesses, they getting by because of what we have now. You guys knew how to get. You guys know how to get by without it. That's what we were like born into and given, because like that's our generation. Like as the world evolves, it's like more things happen every day through social media. That's how we get our knowledge. Everything doesn't just come from school. Everything doesn't just come from our parents. People be like, oh, kids are starting to get smarter than adults nowadays. It's because of these social media platforms that we have now. I just think I see it.
Yeah.
I feel as though we rely on technology too much. Like, we rely on it for, like, directions to get places.
I'm like you. That's like the third thing you said that you took accountability for.
Yeah, we rely on it a lot. Like, for our life revolves around our phone. Like, you could take your kid's phone, you're going to have a whole fit. But, like, y'all know how to do stuff without technology. Like, we walk around, we're on our phones 24/7. So I feel like we rely on it too much. So I feel like if we didn't have it, it would be so different. Because we know everything through our phone. And social media.
TY, before you answer this question, I gotta ask y'all this. If we were to drop y'all off today, hypothetically of course,
No.
and gave y'all $4
Is that
a piece,
enough?
I don't think so.
$5
Is that enough?
should be.
So you don't know. You just gotta give them $10
It's not.
a piece.
All right, we're gonna give you $10 a piece.
Y'all get
All right,
10
everybody,
ones.
10 ones. Would you be able to get home if you took your phones?
If
we did it, if we did not,
I would have kept it at 5.
I
I didn't know that's what you was
I
asking.
knew where he was going, but the only reason I knew where he was going, but because I feel like every time ever since I've started driving, I've gotten on something one time. But anytime I've like made an attempt, the price has changed, and I just like fucking got it.
It's $225.
Yes.
And
But you don't get a pass or something.
well, I'm sorry, I have a card, so I don't know. I just and keep it pushing.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's
but if you
$2
gotta put the money in there, you don't get a pass anymore. So depending on where they live, they're going to need more than $5.
Gotcha. So yeah, $10.
So without our phone.
Without your phones.
I wouldn't know like which bus. Like I only know the buses that are around my way. So probably
that's the most important though.
Yeah,
that's the most important.
And work your way out.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm gonna be honest.
Because I don't know if you can get.
I've been on SEPTA like plenty of times, like with my mom, with my friends, but like I don't know. Like, I would figure out a way to get home, or figure out a way to get around, like around my house. I'm not gonna be stranded, but
yeah, I know what it is.
If you asked me this question when I was in 8th grade, I would tell you I could get home, cause around the time I would have to catch SEPTA to school, so I knew where to go, like what buses and stuff would take me where I need to go. But we moved to the county, so SEPTA don't run there like how we run in Philly. And I've been going back and forth with my mom about this because I hate the county SEPTA because it's just different than Philly. And
one bus every 2 hours.
Yes, terrible.
2 hours later.
And then it still don't even.
But the SEPTA get like that at a time. Like they run every hour. Yeah. Like I was stuck in West Philly for like 2 hours because the buses came slow, and every time a bus came, too many people on it. It was crowded, and they just pass. They don't even say nothing. They look at you and they pass.
You be like, they pass right by.
I know what a cab is.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. No, that was a serious.
666.
I'm talking about.
So if I gave you $10 right now, you think you could get home?
No.
No.
I respect it.
For real, I could get to my grandma's house, my great grandma's house, my house, and my grandma's house. Take 23. It takes one bus.
So all right. So maybe we should restructure the question. If without your phone, can you get to a secure destination
I was about to say that
in order for you to get home?
Yeah.
What you mean?
So like you just said you go to your grandma's house or your aunt's house. Yeah.
We
We take you to the train station, give you 10 ones. Find somewhere to go.
Okay, maybe not the train station.
Not
Maybe a
far
train
Well, no, but no,
station.
but I'm only asking because no.
Because it's right there.
Wait, I'm only asking because it's right
the
there.
train 'cause it's right there.
That's why I use the train. Like, I take you right there.
On the train though.
We take
I would.
we
I
take
don't
you
take the train.
All I
to
gotta
Broad-
do is get to
Broad
Omni.
Lehigh.
I don't even know how a
I'll
train
do it.
run.
We
Yeah,
take
all
you.
I gotta
Oh.
do is get to Omni, and then
take-
I'm good.
You can
Yeah,
take
they
the
ain't
3.
really- yeah.
I mean, you can
That
take
makes
the
sense.
you can take the 4, the 16. You can take the 23. Either way, because they run both ways.
Yeah.
16 go down Broad Street and come up Broad Street. The 4 do both ways. You take the train southbound.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I just the only thing about the train, I don't know, cause it's like I feel like the train is really weird to me.
I've always felt like that.
Like I don't, cause it's like you can't see anything. You can't see where you're at. So it'll say like Broad and Lehigh. I'd be like, this is really Broad and Lehigh.
It
Like
don't say
I'm
Broad and Lehigh.
underground. I can't see trees.
Say North
Nothing.
Philadelphia
You're looking
Station.
at
North Philadelphia Station making all stops.
Like I just be like,
But it say it though.
yeah,
I mean,
but
it
it's
say it,
still
but that don't mean
weird.
nothing.
I'm saying like
What about that in between portion where I'm at?
outside.
Where are you?
I get what you're saying.
You're obviously between North Philadelphia
No, I
and
know.
Allegheny
No,
Avenue.
but it's so weird, 'cause it's like you
So
can't even
so
see
we know
anything.
that because we can get in a car and drive down Broad Street. So we know where the in between are. But you got like if they're just like if something happens and I'm stuck and I got to get out this train, where I'm at.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
man.
saying, mind you. You're
I get what you said.
underground.
You're underground.
And
Where you
say a
at?
train
Rats and all kind of
you're
stuff. Nigga,
underground. It's no
I'm dead.
reception down there. I don't like the train at
So
all.
I thought it was.
All right. So
That-
okay.
no.
So
That's
before
another reason
you
why I don't
you
like-
answer the question, right? I want you to explain what your mental was when I tell this story. We were going to the car show. I didn't want to drive, so we caught the L. We get on the L, right?
Come on, nephew on the L.
Hmm?
Come on, nephew on the L.
Yeah. I ain't want to drive.
You're terrible.
So we get on the L. He's sitting down. I'm sitting across from him. We get to 13th Street. We get to 13th Street. I hop up. I say, yo, let's go.
He didn't touch me. I ain't feel nothing.
You were still on the train?
So
This is
listen.
what I'm talking.
Yo, you ain't telling me this story.
So
I've never heard.
So
this
I'm sitting. We at 15th Street. I didn't tell him we was getting off at 13th Street. I
said,
did
"Yo,
it
let's
for
go."
a reason. Cause do you remember what I said before we got on the train?
No.
Exactly. I said, yo, we about to get on the train. I need you to pay attention to everything that's going on around you.
He was. That's why he hear you.
I am going on around him. He should have paid attention to me.
He was Stevie, bro. Don't do that.
So we get we are approaching third unit train start. We hit the station. You see the station. You know how you see it. 13th Street, 13th Street, 13th. So we're slowing down. I hop up. Yo, let's go. The door's open. I'm walking. Something said, turn around. I turn around, the door's closed. He at the door like. Now, when you say it ain't no reception down there, when we was young, it wasn't reception down there. So I said, thank God it's reception down here. Because I said, get off at 11th Street. He was like, what? Like, so I called him and was like, yo, get off at the very next step. The first set of steps that you get off at the very next stop. The first set of steps you see, walk up them steps and walk backwards. Because I know if I told him, walk back to 13th Street, he wouldn't know what direction this is. Mm-hmm. So I know the steps right there goes out that way, going towards 8th Street. So when you get out, when you walk up them first set of steps, walk backwards. Yeah. I'm watching him. I'm upstairs now on Market Street. At 13th Street. 11th Street is 2 blocks away.
You watch him go the other way?
I'm watching him.
I didn't even go the other way.
Yes, you did.
I walked. Look,
this is what he did. Is the camera on me? This is what he did. He walked up the steps, right? He walked up the steps and he said,
yeah, but I wasn't walking forward.
I seen him go like, and I was like, and he was like,
Like he was lying.
dog, he has no sense of direction. But I'm actually glad it happened to him because he now it's like the first time was when he went to Jahan house 2 blocks away. We told him to go down.
Walk there.
Yes, you know where we live at. Mm-hmm. You got Walnut, and the next block is Jahan block. We said, go to that block, make a left. He go to Walnut Street and walk all the way down to 60th Street.
Go this way and then go that way.
He go to Jahan block is Locust. He go to Walnut.
So he really go one block in turn.
He said go one block, and I went up one block.
If y'all wasn't already at Walnut and said one block, my boy, that's 2 blocks.
Bro, you gotta learn. You gotta look at the signs. Of
The sense of direction. But this is how. So now when I ask him this, I know he can't survive without technology. So how do you feel about technology? Do you think if the technology that you have grown up in, if this was non-existent, how do you think your life would be?
Just in general, like without games and stuff, I could still go pick up a basketball and go outside. I could still go outside and run around with my brothers or with my friends.
Okay, I get that.
So you're one of the kids that still go outside. So technology wouldn't affect you.
He's staying in his neighborhood though.
I mean, and that's
our outside was Philadelphia.
Yeah, like
their outside is the block,
bro.
I don't see two kids be on the block. That's him.
Huh?
That's him. That's him.
I don't stay on one block.
That's him.
He said, "Don't disrespect me."
No,
remember you know the courts of Upper Darby near the graveyard?
Yeah.
We'll walk there, go to the store. We'll go up to my friend's house that live up there. Like always, it's like
I think I played more games.
Like near the gas station. He live on that block right near it, on the right side.
I played basketball more on the courts of Northeast than I have in the courts of Albany.
Makes sense.
Because we just went. I even play ball in South Philly with the Pilgrims.
Everywhere,
They don't do that.
I don't stay in one area when I'm outside. Like, we travel, and it's just like, we like, y'all know where? Like, it don't matter. You just go anywhere. And
I'm waiting for him to do that. Like, I be telling him, like, when I was young, we used to just hop on the bus and just go.
Yeah,
we didn't know where we was going.
That's the difference. So
it's never a destination.
A lot of them, I've had more, like especially on the weekend, I've had more Lyft drivers from younger, like the young adults, where their mom may put the address in and then it's the wrong address. And it's like, gee, this is not where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what to tell you, sir, because this is the address that's in here. Like, what do you want me to do? And it's like, well, let me call my mom. And you call your mom like, oh, I'm sorry, but can you put them here and then I'll take care of you.
Should be
and
9 minutes away.
Bro, it'd be like 15, 20, bro. Oh, but the good thing is, like, it's never a situation.
Your mom's stupid.
I can't tell that. But it's like, all right, I go there, and, you know, it's only one occasion I think I got burnt. But it's probably like happened like 5 times. Then we'll go in, come back out, and my mom said, give you this. It's a dub, $30. I'm cool with that. Like, I'm good with that. But when you just, like, know where you sending your people.
Yeah.
When I get,
especially a child.
Yeah, like, so if it's anybody that get in my car that's under, like 16, 17, yo, somebody got to be on the phone or something, because I'm not, male, female, I don't care. We ain't doing that.
One day we're going to get on a bunch of buses and trains. I need you to pay attention. I swear to God, you what?
Your knees don't work like that, bro.
It's a bus. I'm sitting down. Like,
it don't matter. Some steps going to kill you.
Exactly, wrong. Thank you.
Bro, you're going to keep lower for me.
Hey, man, got bad knee. You know that, John? I'm going to get out. I'm going to play that shit on.
I'm going to look like they probably don't even know what that means.
That, yeah. No. Because look, ain't get mad. Yo, all you got to do is push 6. He's like, the left button right there, the red one. Push that one right there, lower the bus.
You don't even got to put it in park no more. You can just nail that, John. How you know that? Because I know, nigga.
So, back in the day, there were certain brands that if you were caught wearing, you'll get teased. Is any brands like that, y'all? Y'all got?
Ooh, that's a good ass. Skechers. Man, they got some great work boots.
You could be like sneakers. You could be wearing. They gonna be like, what you wearing?
Ready for this?
But the Skechers look like the Balenciagas that y'all like.
Bobos.
But it's not. That's the thing. Bobos, keyword.
They still got the, wait. They are they the same?
What, Bobos?
Back when we were younger?
Anything that's not like a on brand sneaker or like not a popular sneaker, they Bobos. What you got them on?
Bobos
just
was
be
never
bidding,
Bobos though. It was a brand that we just never knew the name of.
They cost
They
$1.99.
feel like Chucks.
Huh?
They cost $1.99.
They didn't really cost $1.99.
I mean, they made your
We
feet
made
feel
If you
fine.
bought like shoes from Walmart, like unpopular shoes,
So-
or like shoes like replicas.
So Shaqs, Shaqs.
And once.
Whoa, everyone's back in the day was a shit.
And one back in the day.
That's back in the day though. Like
Hold on.
what you
All right. So
had,
look. So let me.
rap-
All right. So
like,
look, Ty, you I
can
raised
fight.
you.
I got N1 shirts on right now, and I can rumble. What's up?
I want to see.
She was about to hit you with water though.
Everything else is Nike.
All right. So Ty, I never really raised you to know labels. So do people ever? Well, do people tease you for the stuff that you wear?
No. Because
Do you know that do you know the stuff that you wear be like what designer brand it is and stuff like that?
but like people be staring at me and stuff. I'm like, yo, what is like I was at church.
Because he can rumble.
I was at church.
He'll punch you on board.
This one day,
Y'all talking to Mike.
I was at church. Well, I nuggeted all of them. This one young boy looked me up and down. I jumped out. I said, "What you looking at?"
At church?
You did that in the church?
No, yeah. It was like outside.
You was in the vicinity of church. You was like in the area.
But like
of church?
he's looking like he just staring. And then he finally looked me up and down. I said, "What you looking at?" He looked away and we walked past each other and I was just staring at him. Staring at him.
Bro, your feet going this way.
Next time, you're like, oh, what's up with you?
No, don't do that.
Don't no.
Please don't do that.
Don't listen to your
Don't
father.
do that till you're 21. People gonna have to fight somebody pop. And no,
Like when I punched that boy at Urban Air, he really made me mad. He was throwing all of them plastic balls at me, hit me in my head. Him and his friends throwing the balls at me. I got up. He pushes me into the pit, and I got up.
And punched on ball.
Dog, I had to do it. I had to punch on ball.
Man, so I thought them cops was about to arrest me, man. I was never gonna forgive you for that.
So wait, I got a question, Nallè. So what shoes that you cannot wear? What are shoes that you cannot wear?
that's your
Like, what are brands that you cannot wear, or that you will not wear?
That I would wear.
Kind of already touched on it.
Let me see. It's nothing wrong with these specific two brands, but it's just nowadays the generations they like to piggyback off of everything. I won't wear UA, I won't wear Under Armour, and I won't wear Newbie until everybody stop.
You wear Newbie?
Not
What's Newbie?
It's nothing wrong
You don't
with
wear
the
the sneakers?
brand. No, bro, I'm just not wearing that brand because everybody is riding that wave. I don't follow trends.
People
Oh,
just
gotcha.
like
Like,
just
but though this for
saying that.
years.
No, but listen,
I get it.
They was
made
I get it.
just
See, that's why they're all good.
outplayed.
Like
Like
it's
it's
not
terrible.
like balances.
That's like they be like my dad. Y'all only doing that because of the stuff he wearing. He made like you ain't real popular now because he's wearing it.
I did not know that.
They
Like,
used to make fun of
It's
the balances.
nothing
Now
wrong
y'all
with
like
those
those
brands.
I was
I'm
just
just
about to
not.
say that wrong.
So,
It's
yeah,
something
I-
with Steph Curry.
The Under Armour shoes that they wear,
Yeah,
they used to make
it's-
fun of them.
I know, but
used to make
they
fun
not
of
making
balances.
fun of it now because somebody that got clout doing it.
Yeah, because
That,
when I was
like,
in high school, we
no,
was
it
not
was
wearing no
intense.
Under Armour.
That's what I'm saying. And it's
Wait, who
Yo,
know
bro,
who that is.
It's one of the TikTok
terrible.
boys.
You
Oh, no.
going if you go on TikTok, you search that name up, it's gonna pop right up.
I'm gonna show you.
all
Did you
all
just say he said my dad?
Yeah,
That's how
they
people be. Yeah, they be
You
like,
know how like people
Ain't they the same age? Like, are these
Jamal is
boys?
18.
anybody could be saying
Bro,
that.
they
Like, oh, yeah,
they
real
was
my dad.
dancing
I'm
in the
real
club
son.
with Drake. Like that's how big they are, and it's terrible.
Well, it
I hate it
wasn't
because they
him.
are terrible people.
All
So
they
it's
do.
equivalent to saying Brian, my uncle?
Well, how do you know they?
How they
no,
do
not-
Me
that's your
personally-
uncle, not your dad. That's wild.
No, I'm just saying because I'm
that's
33,
that's not the
Brian's
same.
38.
That's not. That's your no.
You see what I'm saying?
Because it can happen. Because your mom,
That's
like
how
his aunt, could be on some shit.
Terrible was a stretch.
But your dad,
Terrible
your
was
dad
a
is
stretch.
wild.
But I met all of them already, so I don't like them. I don't like bleep these names out. I don't like be doing. All of them
Are
are
these
people.
Philly dudes? First of all,
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
the
from Philly.
young boys that they
Huh?
Philly
Stop
go,
chewing
Philly
gum.
goes.
Yeah.
Stop
Yes.
chewing. You can hear it on
That's-
the microphone.
All right, my fault. I don't like be doing. I don't like none of the rest of them boys because they just
He
weird.
look like what you call him, son.
And then they just blew up for dancing, like,
All
and
they
everybody
do is
love
dance.
them. They're
And they was
terrible.
just making fun of New Balances. Now that
Now
the Philly
everybody
goes
wearing New
them,
Balances
now it's
and
oh
Under
yeah, I'm gonna
Armour.
go get me some newbies.
I be like-
that's because Jabril wearing them.
Y'all only want that because he's wearing them. Because just the other day, Y'all didn't want to wear those. Y'all didn't want to wear.
What's the classic New Balance numbers?
Huh?
The ones that we used to rock when we were younger? I don't remember.
They didn't have numbers when we was young.
Yes, they did.
We didn't go by no. They say 990s. We didn't do that.
No, that's what they called.
We didn't go by numbers, but it was numbers on them.
It was.
All New Balances have numbers. We just went by the Jones that we would wear when we were. Remember, we used to rock the Jones
with the Jabos.
Yeah, and it was like them Jones. It's like 837 or something like that. I could be wrong. I don't know. But they're not like they don't make them how they used to make them, so I refuse to buy them.
I don't ever recall, and I had multiple New Balances. I never say I need the numbers. They go, like one day I bought some New Balances for him. This was years ago, and they was hot along the lines of all these other Jones, these 990s and all this other, and he got mad.
I did.
And I said, yo, what are you mad for? He was like, cuz these Jones they're not decent. Like, ain't nobody wearing these. And then I turned around like a month later and everybody was wearing them.
And that's the part
it takes one person.
I told him that. I said, yo, you might be the only one in here, but I know how to dress you.
You could be in Jabril shoes right now and everybody be like...
Cause I ain't no lame ass dude. I know how to dress and I dress him pretty good. Like right now he got on Fashion Nova jeans.
Period.
I got Fashion Nova shirts.
Exactly. So like that's all he wear now is Fashion Nova. So like
I don't hype on his Fashion Nova.
I don't dress him in no corny shit, especially now that he wear like adult sizes. Yeah, like you're not dressing like me because I do the freaky shirt shit, but yeah. But he ain't wearing no.
When he coming to crib on some dead.
No, I'm not just jacking my friends, jacking.
I don't have TY down for doing that.
I don't either. But if you do, we take it. We take.
He might do it for Halloween. I don't know.
But yeah, like no, like when I bought them sneakers for him, he was mad. But the next,
how old was
he? He was probably like 8. No, he was 12. Yeah, he was like 8. He was like 8 when I bought them John.
He knew they was trash though.
Y'all don't know what it's like for your mom to be like, fuck it, we going to Payless. Let's go. You don't want to pick no shoes, we going to Payless.
Do you know how sad I was when Rockaware went out of style? Like my feelings was hurt.
Yeah.
Because they was like, yo, Rockaware went out of style. Like I still got at least 3 pair of Rockaware jeans in the top of the class. Like it gotta come back. It gotta come back. I can still fit them jaws. Like it gotta come back. It's never coming back.
Dad, I got a question.
Yes.
You know how they say like dressing nice is called drip? Was it called drip back then?
It was called swag.
Or you dress nice.
Swag. It was
you put that together nice. You clean up well. We had this conversation.
Yeah, it was like, yo, you threw that shit on. Like that was the line.
So,
you sharp.
Do y'all got any questions?
Swag came a little early. Or it was like our last year.
This ball get money. Could have been the poorest ball, but dressed nice once.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you get money. But the very next day you back to yourself. So you broke again.
Do y'all have any questions for us before we get out of here?
I got a question.
Oh, let's go.
I got one.
You know like kids that have money in school, how was it like for them and how did they get treated?
We don't know because we didn't have it.
You mean like if they parents had money or like people who like kids who was like
if their parents had money, they was wearing all of the new stuff out.
They was him. From my school, they was him. It was that dude.
That was that boy.
For me, it was most of the dudes that I knew that had money sold drugs. They like their parents wasn't. You probably had like 1 or 2 who mom and pop was like had a really really good job and like made sure they was cool. Take it back to middle school.
Cause like of course and he
all right. So
that,
middle school. The dudes who had money, they was more cocky. They was cocky, but how did a dude like me survive that? I knew how to bust. I always knew how to bust since I was a kid. You see my skin. Everybody always had alligator skin and stuff like that. So I learned how to bust early in the game, probably like when I was like 6, 7 years old. So by the time somebody who came around who was getting or who looked fly, who always had like the butters on because butters was always a thing, or if you had like Guess jeans with the pen pocket, if you had them Johns, like you was
before Carter was really a thing.
Yeah,
because they was using that joint.
Yeah, you was
and then you know how like there's no fighting, there's just shootings now.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
No, we rumbled.
You rumble. You gonna hand me a
That's
fair one.
another
And
thing.
here's the thing:
For
if,
sure, rumble.
depending on, and this is crazy, me and one of my best friends, Nico, I can shout out his name because we homies. We rumbled. The first time we met, we rumbled, and after we rumbled, we became best friends.
Yeah, that's normally how. That's how Pop best friends with everybody that he fought.
And that's crazy.
Me personally,
I
I can't be friends with somebody that I fought because I fought you for a reason, because you did something that I didn't like or some like.
I
So
agree,
that's-
but then it could also be a
And I
miscommunication.
honestly
Wait,
can't
but
be mad at that. I can't be mad at that.
I'm not mad at that, but I think it's funny, and here's why. Say we was younger and we fought, and you won. We not friends, bro. I'm not friends with nobody that trashed me. Like, there's no way. Me and Chris used to fight like all the time to the point that his brother taught him how to fight. So if I'm up 3 and you get 1, all right, bro, like I'm done. You got your 1. We good? You see what I'm saying?
We gotta be even.
We're not fighting 2 more times, bro. Like, cause by that time I'm not gonna like you. I get where you coming from though. You're not gonna, especially if you trash me, we're not about to be friends.
But see, that's another thing. That's where things are different. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we were able to, like, when we fought, we was able to see that it was stupid.
No, we wasn't.
Well, me and my homies
Yeah,
was.
you and your homies. We like TY said, we fought for a reason.
I'm about to say that. I feel like
Yeah, that's
The only
the
friend- but the
That's
only-
yeah,
the
like
only-
we ain't really look at it like that.
Yeah,
like
the only
for him
friend
to
that I
come
fought
back and
was
say we
Chris.
fought for a reason,
Yeah.
that means like he got the mindset like, all right, he did some nut ass shit.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, I mean, so I could.
But
do
see,
that.
here's the thing. Back in the day, when we used to fight, it used to be for BS, for petty shit. Like, this nigga talked to the girl that I like. So now we got to fight.
But he knew I liked her though. What you like? Why would you suck my toes?
But now,
But he didn't know. What if he didn't know that?
You stepped on my toes, dog. You know I wanted
say
that, bro.
somebody
He
talking
know
to
that.
that girl
Hold
now,
on.
they would shoot them instead of fighting them.
Because
They're
they
not gonna- they don't
because they
fight.
can't fight.
They not
That's the
shooting,
problem.
just-
Oh my God.
They
It's
can't fight.
between shooting and jumping people. That's how I see the whole thing. I feel like if you feel the need to shoot, I feel like if you feel the need to shoot somebody or jump somebody, you can't fight or you scared because
Yeah, that's
get your
what it
fair
is.
one and
But
do it.
is more so about the clout.
Feeling hard.
Yeah, it's more so about
Or
like
They scared they gonna
True.
lose the fight because if they lose the fight,
But-
they gonna feel little, I guess.
yeah
Another thing.
that too
And, like,
that
if I
too.
just
It's a whole
shoot
bunch
you,
of
then-
things that
And young boy and like younger kids talking now like I really get somebody to kill you and talking all that trash.
Do anybody
now.
say this stuff to you?
Yes, every
They
time.
said, "Do you?"
That's
every
crazy.
time. Yes, every time.
Because
Why you don't ever tell me stuff like that?
Because I don't care. I really like. What
You
kind-
you should care because
You
what if
should
it actually
care,
happened?
I don't talk to people and I stay away from people like that.
I understand.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
so
you should still
Someone
tell.
be trying to say that.
Right.
you just said it because you said it happened to you. Yes, you probably do your best to stay away from that, but in this era, that's not just something that
These
they
dumb
say
ass
now.
parents is gonna fucking
They
do
do it. They do it now.
Because back in the day,
So-
it was you just
And
be,
that's
I'm gonna get my
that's
big
part
brother
of the
whip your
problem.
ass or something like that, and your
Absolutely.
and that would
Absolutely.
happen, man. That's definitely scary because
Now
it's
you
so
just
different.
shoot.
It's so different. It was definitely, remember, it was, oh, you beat my ass, I'm gonna get my brother to beat your ass, and that was it.
But what if they beat their brother? Like I beat you up. He gonna go get his brother.
Yeah,
and I
and
beat your brother
in your
too.
era is not too many fights. Like
Yeah,
after somebody lose,
That's
it's deeper than that now.
When they lose the fight, they gonna come back around.
Yeah,
With
so
their friends.
that's why I say if like you actually get into a rumble with somebody and you win and they tell you that, that's not something that you should excuse me, that's not information that you should withhold from me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to be as innocent as hell at the basketball courts with your homies and something pop off.
Facts. Can't
See
take
what
that
I'm
shit
saying?
lightly.
I'm not going to take that lightly. Like, even if you don't get shot, even if they just start shooting, but you knew the reason why. See what I'm saying? That's kind of also why I tell you to go different places. Don't just stay at one place. Because now it's a pattern. Yo, they always over there playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that.
They always there. Yo, where them niggas at? We gonna go run down on them. We gonna go drill. Whatever all that dumb shit is. We going on a drill. And now you at this playground that you always at because that's the basketball courts that you comfortable with. And they know what time y'all go there. They know what time y'all leave. They know y'all running 6 full courts. They know this stuff. So when they finally pop up on you, only thing you can do is run. You might survive, you might not. But that's one of them things like never let somebody Never let somebody know your next steps. That's why you always move. That's why you move a certain way.
Is that why y'all went to different courts?
That's why we always went to different courts. And we also used to bust their ass and take their girls. Never stayed at the same court and did that. That was the dumbest thing to us.
You gotta learn your way.
And it's still, until this day, the majority of fights and murders be over a girl.
On a court.
So I'm never going back to the same court where I bust your ass and basketball and took your girl when I left. Never going back to that same court.
I was a young boy. I ain't had no problem. I'll go back to the same because I ain't taking your girl. I might win, but I ain't taking your girl. I'll be back. I ain't had to worry about that.
Any more questions?
I was funny looking too.
I got one.
I was feeling naked.
Majority of the fights that be happening, it just be like petty stuff. Like, I know if I say this, I went to South Street. South Street, you probably think it was fun, like all the fights and stuff you see, or all the they be dancing on cars and stuff.
People recording fights and stuff like that.
I got all these fights and stuff on my phone because I be going to certain places. I know I shouldn't have been there, but it's a lesson. I seen so many pretty girls get jumped over dumb stuff. Y'all don't have to fight about everything. Everything don't need to be a fight. That's what I be telling people, because they be like, I be seeing situations. I be like, and people be telling me, I be like, y'all don't always have to fight about stuff. That's one thing about girls and boys too. But more often they try to like pull out a gun. They don't really use their hands anymore. That's exactly what happened in South Street. They started fighting, pulled the gun out. Bullets don't always have names on them, so you got to be aware of your surroundings.
And you don't, and falling back from a fight don't make you a punk.
It don't.
Or a nut.
This is you being a bigger person, honestly, because
Yeah.
you don't know how that could go.
It could definitely go.
Because a fight could pop off, and you can be involved in it.
Yeah.
I went to Penn's name.
So just what if you trash ball? You trash him.
He won't come back.
He ain't getting no
all the
punches
homies.
off. He got one swing off, and he swung that way, and you was over there because you punched him over there. like you could really trash him, and that won't go back. It won't go good in your favor. No, you ain't bragging about it. You ain't none of that. But it really be on that type of time. That don't make you a punk. It don't make you a punk at all.
Don't think just because like you backing down from a fight or you trying to like remove yourself from that situation, it don't make you a punk. It really don't.
Prime example: if I would have fought Main Man, you think I'd be right here with you right now?
Who's Main Man?
Main Man.
Oh yeah. No. Wait, what?
If I would have fought Main Man, would I be here with you right now? How deep you think that situation would have got?
Jail. Or somebody killed.
Everything that he did to you. If I would have took the route that I wanted to take, we would not be having this podcast right now. I thought I was being a bitch. I called Pop. I said, Pop. He did this. He did this. He did this.
We would probably still be having this podcast. You probably just won't be on it. You'd be like, Sean.
I knew that's what he was raising his hand
Sitting
for.
in my cell, head about the bus. I got you though.
You gotta be like, hold on, my man's tapping in, y'all.
Listen up,
But
listen up, world.
like you know how severe that situation got. But if I'd have went that route, like I said, I called Pop. He was like, "Yo, you got way too much at stake right now. Like you got everything to lose. If you want to take that route, take that route. And you better be standing on your feet. You better stay 10 toes down with all the consequences that come your way. Don't be in there bitching. Don't be in there doing none of that. This is why I talk to you the same way Papa talked to me.
Here's the funny thing about that situation. This is the story that Anthony don't tell. You always hear about the Malik situation. In that particular situation, don't do that. In that particular
I was going to ask
situation,
you about him because I heard it. In
it's
the
okay.
story.
Yeah, you should. I'm gonna go get him. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go get him. In that particular situation, because at that time I literally was like psychologically, I was like going through it. So Ann called me, like, what's up? Like, where are we going?
Y'all was kids.
Yeah, we were grown. Well, we talking Malik's situation. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the situation he talked about. I was ready. Like, listen, whatever you doing, we're gonna do it. Cause I'm just at the point. I didn't have nothing to lose. But see, he don't talk about that. He always talk about when Malik punched him, and allegedly I let him.
Can y'all tell me about the Malik?
You want the truth or you want your dad?
I scratched him. He went home and got an answer.
You want the truth, or you want your dad's side of the story?
He's gonna lie to you, so
I want both of y'all.
we can tell the truth after. We gonna ask one more question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring. Arie had a question. I'm bringing.
I gotta say this before I ask this question.
What's up?
Do y'all think that the way y'all look at religion and the way we look at religion is different now?
I don't know how y'all look at religion.
I mean, you could ask and find out.
Well, how do y'all look at religion?
Can I comment first? I think the difference is we were forced into these religions because of what our parents believed in. Where y'all mindset is like, can't nobody force y'all to do nothing, which is fine. Because y'all have that mindset, the way that y'all view religion, we understand why y'all view it because we had some of the same thoughts, some of the same mindsets when it came to it. But because we were afraid at that time to disappoint our parents, we just went through with it.
That's life. We are afraid to disappoint our parents. Growing up, we were afraid to disappoint our parents. So we did.
The Generation Z just don't care about
it. Was y'all just don't care. But it's not. It won't affect y'all either.
It won't.
It affected us to not care about what they taught us or how they. Oh, you ain't even remember the question.
I had a question.
I think I wrote it down.
A huge part about growing up is picking apart the things that you learned from people who didn't know what they were doing, redefining it, and catering it to your path of life.
That was my question.
Advice is perspective based.
Hell no.
I said that.
That was not what you said.
No, that was the answer to the question. But remember when I was saying it's going to reflect in something that I got to say? I don't remember the question.
Do you think as a parent you are following some of the same guidelines and raising your child that your parent followed?
That sounds like my question.
It was.
But I was saying the answer to that.
I
knew it was going to reflect in something that I could say this week.
Got you.
But that's exactly what it is. Like, everything that we was taught is not going to go directly. Like, everything I'm teaching you is not going to be exactly what it's supposed to be in your life. And you should never take that. Don't even try to take what I'm giving you and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm about to implement what my pop told me in my life. Because no, that's not the route that your life is going. Not saying the tools that your parents that is giving y'all is not the right thing. It's just what they know and what they learn and what's catered to their path of life. Their path of life right now is y'all as their kid. My kid. So I'm teaching you the good things that I need to teach you that's going to get you further. But when you get in certain situations in life, everything that I taught you is not going to be for that part of your life. So the advice that I give you might not help. So at that point, you're going to have to sit there and reflect and have your own perspective on what you need in your life. That's going to get you where you need to go. Yo, I'm on this path. These type of tires that my pop taught me is not for this type of road. I need some bigger tires. This type of gas, I can't use regular gas. I gotta use 93 for this type of car. It's different things on your path of life. So it reflected back on that. So I just wanted to tap into that. But when it come to religion and stuff, like you said, like we was forced into that and we ran with it. But y'all be, man, I love the fact that y'all on your own little, man, y'all be in your own little world. Y'all world thorough as shit.
Like
I can't use it. I too old for that shit.
We were the kids. We were the kids that would go to church and go to sleep. Where y'all the kids was like, I don't want to go. And then it's like, all right, well, you got to go. I don't want to go. And then when you go, you're sitting there, and it's not just a wrong thing, because I feel like the attention spans that we had when we were younger is different from y'all attention spans. Mm-hmm. So where we would just believe whatever because we were forced to, y'all would go there and y'all would actually like listen to what they're saying and be like, this don't make sense, this don't apply. And then y'all begin to go and study for yourselves and get different things.
And then question.
And then question.
Be in church like
where Right. Where we waited
The
until
audacity
like,
of us to question.
Right. Like now, like we're in our 30s. Well, this doesn't make sense. Like, well, I like, and then it's like, well, you rebelled against the church. No, you made me do it. I didn't understand it, but now that I understand, I got questions and you can't answer them. So I go to this person to get the question. I mean, to get the answers. And that was a competition.
And once we question in our generation, once we question it's deemed as disrespect.
You're going against the grain.
And then it was the whole debate about you don't question God. That's not true.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a whole bunch of stuff with that. That was a good question, Arie. But yeah,
that was a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when we look at it, it was because we was raised up a certain way. It's a whole different ballgame. But nobody's really like, y'all generation makes sense.
A lot of sense.
Y'all generation is looked at as, yo, they out here making sense. Our generation is looked at as, no, y'all niggas just out here rebelling and y'all think y'all better than us. Mm-hmm. No, we trying to be right with y'all, but we in a different generation, so we get looked at as a certain way. Because we've been raised so long on one thing for all these years, and then when we finally want to make the change late in the game, it's like, no. I don't want to give y'all the same energy that the generation above us is giving us. We're not gonna get nowhere. And that's why generations stay stagnant.
Yep.
And that then creates the generational gap that we are here. That's why I asked, whoever sat y'all down in this type of environment that had these conversations?
Because this was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Exactly why I asked that.
I actually want a part two with with more people. Mm-hmm. I mean, it definitely y'all can come back, but it's like just to get different viewpoints, because I think this was dope. I think this was really dope.
I agree. So we're gonna wrap things up there. Definitely want to thank you guys for coming out.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
I appreciate
it. Appreciate you. But no, we're gonna go ahead and do our thanks for looking out. As I already stated, my thanks for looking out this week is gonna be to my brothers to my left and my right. With the situation that I was going through, I did leave out one part. Just going to reiterate it real quick. You know how when somebody can't hear you, you gesture like you do.
Can't hear you?
Yeah, can't hear you.
Okay.
You do like a hand gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, if I say, "Yo, do you have a pen?" and you can't hear me, and then I do like this.
Yeah.
When I did that to him, when I was asking for a pen to write down my number,
mm-hmm.
he looked at me dead in my eyes, did not know what the hell I was talking about.
Damn.
So that was another nail in the coffin for me to try to get him up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for looking out. Appreciate y'all.
No problem.
Wrong.
My thanks for looking out go to these 4 individuals. I appreciate y'all coming. Appreciate y'all being open. And actually wanting to have the conversation. Yeah, I appreciate that. Because now it makes me think about like when you asked the question, like what can we do? And it made me feel like we're actually doing something, because they was like, like y'all generation is fine. Mm-hmm. Like y'all good. It's them. Like it's them. So them.
Let's keep them.
Yeah, keep them away from us. But no, I really appreciate it though.
Yeah.
My appreciation go to these 4. I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate y'all being open.
Damn, Rick.
The fact that he did it all the way down to the noise, Anthony's disrespectful.
Damn, Rick.
Damn, do I have appreciation this week? Thank you.
For what?
Oh, I want to thank you and Hero for y'all are the reason for my shift in life. Shar is a big part of that, but for me to implement it and carry it out, it's y'all.
You about to cry.
Shut up, man. I'm a thug. I ain't crying.
TY, just hit him with one of that. Really suck this shit.
Damn, man.
Because he got grown man.
I ain't secretly doing crazy.
What if it jabbed you? You'd have been on your own. I wasn't helping you out today.
That shit kind of stink.
I just want y'all to know that baby boomer would have hit you back.
TY, what's your let's see if he get it this time. We asked you 2 weeks ago. All right.
I'm about to beat your ass.
Like get 2 more.
My thanks for looking out goes to my dad for bringing me on a podcast.
Boy.
Ow!
Like, baby.
Arie, do you have a thanks for looking out?
Was you finished?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want one too?
My thanks. Huh?
You want one too? Strong hugs.
Okay. My thanks for looking out goes out to my uncles and my aunties. Y'all got me. If don't nobody else got me, I know y'all got me. So that's what's up.
Super facts. Nah.
I'll go last.
Yeah.
Well, I think all of y'all, because I wouldn't have did this. I'm pretty bold today, because I would not have did this. So I thank all of y'all for giving me this.
Me neither.
Like, I would
And we
never,
on season 2.
I wouldn't have did this. So yeah, I thank y'all for this experience.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Monty, you got one?
Miss Ma'am.
And we don't care about George on this to our podcast, so it can't be him.
Nobody's giving Georgia thanks for looking out.
Thank you.
Who's George?
Eric.
That's Eric's middle name.
Oh.
Come on, put his government out there.
I ain't say Eric George Pell.
Well, that's not his whole name.
You called him Pell because he white? You are something else. You out of pocket.
It is Pell.
You called him Pell because he white.
His last name is Pell.
Terrible.
Is it Pill or Pell?
It's Pell. It's Pell.
Nigga Pell. Nigga his last name. First name, last name.
I quit, yo.
My thanks for looking out goes to the viewers and the listeners. Make sure y'all tap in.
My thanks for looking out goes to y'all, because I wouldn't have been here if Anthony wasn't blowing on my phone about this podcast. I didn't think it was going to go like this. I don't know how I thought it was going to go.
Thought it was going to be corny, like our parents.
Everybody think we're going to be corny.
I didn't expect
It's cool though. Like, I would come back.
No, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I just said I would come back for y'all.
We appreciate
I
that.
would come back too. It was fun.
You know, I'm going to tell you what's crazy about this. Because we don't even like to invite certain people back again. But I feel like all y'all passed the test to be invited back again. So the fact that she said, I would do it again. I think she should be invited again.
They passed the vibe check room?
To me, they did.
They passed the vibe check. Okay.
I'm invited back.
As long as y'all listen.
Absolutely.
You gotta listen though. And I gotta tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah.
I got you.
When we edit everything up, I normally make the videos little little promo videos that we could post and stuff like that. So I'm gonna definitely. Huh?
It's on Instagram.
Y'all should put it on
You
TikTok.
gotta give me
We on TikTok
We do
too.
be on TikTok.
You gotta give me. I'll wait.
What song y'all using, Dad?
Huh?
What song are y'all using?
We just come out.
Well, we gonna sing it at the end.
We gonna sing it?
Yeah, we gonna sing it, and then Steph gonna edit it up, and
don't
we gonna
sing.
watch how it work. I'm speaking in fruition.
Which song? What song is it?
Boy, just wait a second. Good.
Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for another episode. And would you please take us out?
Follow the gang on BMMW Podcast on all social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Pretty please. You can follow me, ANT_.N.I.C.E, ANT_nice215 on Twitter. TY, let them know where they can find you at.
Nowhere.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Petty
Yo, y'all guys.
_Ruxpin, RUXP, emphasis on a 1.
Do y'all want to
Yeah.
give y'all joint out? Or
I'll give my Instagram.
go ahead, let them know. Let the people know.
You can find me at I Adore Unique. At I Adore Unique.
How you spell it?
I
I'll put it in the thing.
Oh, you edited like
She
that?
might say, I adore her.
Yes, I Adore Unique. It's no underscores or periods.
Oh, all right.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at simply_.na.
You don't follow me.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hi.
No, but I
don't follow me.
Princess of Zamunda. You said don't follow me.
Yeah.
All right.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, and I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In the matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. Every time we made the game, and I say yeah I do. If you want, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. That shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I chew. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please, for the trick to squeeze. I'm getting cream, never let them get in between. The when we started, little nigga, but I'm lion-hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw like I'm an artist. The project straight from walking in foreign, and my garage is a foreign bitch.
Oh,
wow.
It's about anything.
That's why we didn't say nothing. That's why we just was looking at each other.
Okay, you're not
Oh, I did.
He ain't gonna punch.
I did.
I thought it was on sabbatical.
I just gotta keep talking about it.
It's you walking past.
I was worrying about like
Yeah, follow me
editing
on
and all
Instagram,
together. You can still play the
No,
song.
I quit. Sorry. Nope. Sorry. I quit.
Follow Chef at Chef under
I left.
Oh my god.
Chef Rome.
I got two of them too.
Chef Ron underscore.
Chef Rome _89. You just selfish.
Well, we could cut the part out. You want to do it over? We could do the song over.
Yeah, we can.
Rome, come on, son.
Yeah, I quit. Okay.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent with some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said yeah I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she tryna dust me like I said I chew. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please, for the chicken squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them get in between them when we started. Little nigga, but I'm lion-hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head. When I departed, I go and get it regardless. Growing like I'm an artist, no problem. Was straight to walking with foreigners in my garage is a foreign bitches menage. Fucking choked and swallowed. When anything going down, they tell me get it, I got it. I did it without an album. I did you with Mariah.
Little nigga, I'm
on fire. I said hungry Philly, nigga, I'm flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. When I bought that Ferrari, had rest in peace. Had rest in peace, rest in peace to